What's going on, my please? How y'all doing today? Let's hope everybody's safe and sound, healthy above every single thing in this life. You hear me? Make sure you hit that follow button. Welcome to Twitch. We're about to Twitch. There was a lot of I don't know if you guys missed it. The last stream where we had all the veterans and some of them, some things were not heard and some disagreements and
I was
some
the crash out.
What you think? You was what?
I was the crash out.
You heard? He said he was a crash.
But there was a reason, and that's so hard to explain. There's layers to that, but moving on, we're all doing good.
What's going on, Mom? How's everything good?
Doing good, man.
We got Mom back in the house, and my guy, Black Cat, what up?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Black Cat Electric Motorcycles on YouTube. How's everybody doing?
Yo, Black Cat is back in the show, my peeps. You hear me? Black Cat is back in the show. Yo, Black Cat, let's start. I don't even want to waste no time, bro.
Yes.
What do you think about the last live stream? When because you was part of it. You got to experience a few things that they said, their stories, or their point of view. What's your point of view when your take on it?
My whole thing is I saw a lot of grown white men crying, and it got out of control with their I would have to say like rhetoric, opposed on each other, like not realizing that they had a professional set and they need to talk about what they want the audience to help them with, how they want the audience to hear them, and things like that. But what I had heard was maybe in this video we're gonna get it all straight. But what I had heard was that they had a problem with housing, with all of the benefits that come from the GI Bill that they have been getting since like 1960, I think 3 or 4, somewhere around in there, consistently. But meanwhile, on my side of the table, we've been living in the Jim Crow era back then, 1960 when I came into the world, and women got their rights. I came in with the Nixon administration, and everything was targeted on us. And as y'all know, so you'll know how I'm sitting in this conversation today. The GI Bill was meant for the white America that fought World War II, Vietnam, things like that. And then they started losing their privilege. What are these things called? The little gifts that the housing and we never had these things in my community. Our fathers and uncles and brothers and sisters came back from the war getting hung, and this is not like I'm not trying to be. This is just the facts.
I don't want to interrupt you, but
no, it's all good.
I'm assuming that
these are the facts.
I'm assuming that at the time that he joined, there was a lot of blacks as well that joined.
Now you have
and went through the same struggles as the white.
No,
so we were already past the racism.
No, since World War II. If we wasn't World War II was the end of the time majorly where blacks were segregated from whites. Only time whites seen a black guy on a ship, he's mopping the floor, cooking the dinner, things like that. There's movies all about it. When Pearl Harbor was hit, all of the black kitchen guys, got into the war, started fighting, but they were never involved in the military stuff. They just was there, and they called them monkeys, and they wanted, they did their little gambling on the ships and stuff like that. Black people didn't have a lot of money, and they had to send their money home. So no one realized what was going to happen at the end of the war when people finally came home to their loved ones, just to be, just to be demonized and put down and hung and put in jail. We've been through a hell of a lot as far as black people in America. So that was just that one episode. So there seemed to me that they fighting for the housing and all of the grips that they supposed to have, but
yes, veterans fighting for housing.
Right. So the government has been pulling from them slowly because when you're not paying attention, they're pulling your rights away and privileges they have been giving you, and you don't even notice it. And then when you don't have it and you're ready to fight for it, it's already gone. And now when you come to them, they see what I saw. Bunch of these guys are not even organized. They sound good, but you got to come to the government with some, with some action and some class. I don't know if I'm speaking
class
right.
Class action.
Well, I'm sure that they put out class action lawsuits. We'll hear about this story.
But I'm assuming that some of them do have.
We put out
some
class action-
lawsuits. They're over here. They're trying to be heard.
Ours is still on, in the room, and still had never came to the floor. So our Bill of Rights and things like that, and then when they get there, they play around with us like,
Mount, what are the things that you guys are doing to in order to make a change in the struggles that veterans are going through?
Well, one of the things I hope to do is bring veterans on the show and who are current residents of Borden Avenue and let them tell their story. Tim Pena currently has a federal lawsuit in against ICL and DHS and a few other respondents for the systematic failure beyond unimaginable amounts of reports.
See, they doing things, Cat. What you talking about?
What makes them so weak here in the United States is that we're not together. We're still segregated in, like he's not sitting down with, I'm not saying he's not, but like he's got to have the same amount of black people interested in the same, you know what I mean? But, and come to the government like that. Like we got to look like Americans. You know what I'm saying?
Is there an issue with the colors, or do you need to have certain amount of blacks, or to make it even, or
not really with this issue? Veterans are a monolith all on their own. So I know there was disparities and unfairness throughout the history, but as far as how they get away with it, that is
because they
gets nailed down, and just unity. Like black people were united. That you could say they were the most united at one point, and they were still able to tamper that down with different things.
So you think the black people are not united now because you said they was?
That's a shitty. Why are you gaslighting? No, compared to the civil rights movement. That level of density of unity.
Okay, what year are you talking about when you say civil rights movement? In the 60s, pretty much early 70s?
Whenever you think black people were...
All right, so how was your life back then? I mean, be honest. You were living in the 1970s?
I was born in 83.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking about what? The Martin Luther King?
So, I mean, by the time I went to school, my best friends were black. I listened to rap, and I was what was called a wigger. So, I don't know, black people were the cool people when I was growing up. Michael Jordan and all the sports figures and
okay. So there was a lot of black people to look up to.
Yeah. And my best friends were black and
you heard?
Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And
his best friends were
black. Best friends.
Like we had 3 sets of brothers in our neighborhood.
That were black? You mean?
No, one was black, one was white, one was Panamanian.
Oh, they're like, okay, I got you.
And then we had, and then we had other kids that didn't have brothers and stuff, but but we had like a group of 6, 7, 8, 9 people from high school to elementary school, but that's what it was like when I was growing up. But for here's what I'm saying is, how do they stop the organic grassroots movement of any people who start to unite, no matter, they got pretty scared when Martin Luther King was going to unite the poor and do a 10 million man march. They let the Million Man March happen. They let the Million Pussy Hat March happen too. But 10 million people marching on Washington would probably be a big thing. And we need to get to that point again. And veterans are, here's the thing about the veterans, and that's maybe what you heard, and we are disorganized. This is the start of something. So
okay, he's admitting that they're disorganized.
But
yeah, I'm listening to him.
But what the meaning of this is, if they can do it, like veterans, I would say are probably one of the most protected class of people, regardless of race, religion, or sex. Right now, when you're a veteran, and that's protected. If they can do it to us, then there's nobody who can and there's no bigger demographic of other than male or female, black, white, Puerto Rican. There's no other than those. there's no single monolithic demographic bigger than veteran. So when you got that and the fact that it's sacred and guaranteed, if we don't unite, it's going to be really hard for anybody else to cause any single wave big enough to cause the government to bow the knee to the people.
That's
So
what
you think veterans is the way? Go ahead,
I
my
think
bad.
that's where he's delusional. Not in a
Delusion. Okay, go ahead, go
not like that's a heck of a way to put it. That if you because you're failing in your demographic, I'm saying no one can make it through the door. So one of the things you have said is something was like the VA is the biggest something, the power, I guess the power structure
Bureaucracy.
right. So
Second or third.
it is something bigger than that.
Well,
And
DOD.
it's a political movement that I have to say it this way: white supremacy refuses to let on the table. So how could you have a people here enslaved for 400 years, get into a war, losing the war? This is in the first 1776, losing the war, and only won it because you brought the slaves in. But then you still don't give the slaves, get back to work. You know what I mean? This is pretty much, and they suppress that part of your history. So when you're being taught up, you're being steered away from that. When you open your eyes, you on Sesame Street. When we open our eyes, we screaming and running. You know what I'm saying? So and we see Sesame Street, but we're constructed like we're being built different. We watch Sesame Street and all of the shows we watch, but we come from homes where we had strict structure. We had to, like, I see, like, y'all had the Kool-Aid man. Y'all had Tony the Tiger coming in your neighborhood. They ain't coming around no more now. You ain't seen Tony the Tiger in your neighborhood in a long time in any commercials. So this is because people on our side, not your side, speak about things like that. And it becomes a political movement.
I thought we was on the same side.
Yeah, no, we're Americans.
Yeah.
But inside America, I'm looked at like you see me, I'm black, you see me. So now what about other things that you might not like in America that I am? You know what I'm saying? This is where the poison is going to start. So you might invite me to come to your church. I might come. You know what I'm saying? But then what's going to happen when I invite you to come to my religious functions? I don't think you're going to want to come. You know what I'm saying? Because you got too much to say about my God, the way we do things. It's a structure. Am I saying that word right?
A structure, yeah.
A structure in the movement. But in your religious movements, you can go and just do anything, and then it's no worship or study, or it's just what he said, and we just all go. And then you get in your expensive cars, go back to expensive jobs. We go back to the hood. You know what I'm saying? We finding out how we can do another march. This is our whole thing all my life. We was marching. That people are saying, why y'all not marching and fighting with us right now? We resting. This is y'all thing right now. Y'all did this. Kamala Harris stood up. F Kamala Harris, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to even hear that name. But she told y'all exactly what the man is going to do. But the man himself told you what he's going to do. He's going to take these programs. He's going to say it's going to sting for a minute, but y'all going to be all right in the long run. So I can't see how the masses of America sees a criminal, someone who's already under indictments and things like that. He's rich and he finds a way out. Somebody whispers into this man's ear, become the president. That's the only way out of this, or else you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life. So now he gets himself in positions where now he's in a position where he done took news anchors and people that, and they're hearkening to the money, because that's really all it is. And they came toward the money and the criminality, criminals taking federal, well, we're going to get the fraud, and they taking all of the stuff that you worried about today. And then when he comes up for the vote again, all right, everybody, come on, you know what I mean? We done did the red district. They cheating like crazy. And then you vote for him again. And then we still in turmoil in the United States because you refuse to love those basketball.
Why are we blaming it on the vote?
Huh?
Why are we blaming it on people's vote?
It's you have to see the political movement.
We
Like
only
people
have
say, I'm not
two
into
choices.
politics.
We only have two choices.
Yeah, you have
the
freedom of choice.
And the last vote,
you can.
and the last
I'm not
vote,
sitting here saying don't.
Kamala skipped the whole primary, so the Democrats didn't even get to vote on their candidate at all. Same, almost the same thing with Biden the term before. This is like a lot of generalities that end up.
Why would you vote for things like okay? First of all, I'm not going to vote for
if
somebody
we
that's
only
going
have
to
two
take
choices, I would still have went with Trump regardless of what happens because of some of the things that
no problem. You got that right, but I'm not going to vote for somebody that's going to take my daughter's anatomy.
He went through an actual structured challenge of other challengers where the Democrats the last 2 years it was stolen from Bernie Sanders to give to Biden, and then Kamala didn't even have to go through a primary. So,
do you want like black people to live like white people in America? And if not, that's where your vote is at.
No, that's the.
Okay, hold on. Run that back, guy. Run that back, because I can't wrap that one around my head.
So
the question is this:
if you're black, you have to be Democrat.
Huh?
So you're saying if you're black, you have to be Democrat?
From where this is the way from the way that America is designed. Yes, I have to answer that with that type of answer. The way America is designed for the black man, we have to vote for everything to get us up out of this hole. Mm-hmm. So that's Democrat. But the Republicans are up on top with convertible Corvettes. You remember the Corvette, the Harley Davidsons. Harley Davidson wouldn't even sell to no black people. So look up your history. So what's
Can you
going
buy
on?
a Harley Davidson today?
Huh?
Can you buy a Harley Davidson today?
Harley Davidson is owned.
Yes or no? That's a yes or no.
Yeah, you can buy one today. Yeah.
Okay, you can buy one today. So that's changed.
I'm sorry?
So that's changed.
Yeah, well, we were talking about.
So
we were talking about the progress.
So the lesson that we need to learn in history is not to discriminate. All right. So where can only white people buy something that black people are not allowed to today?
All right.
Good question.
Where can white people
buy stuff that you can't? Which means that we've progressed. We're at the same level now. We even Steven. You know what I mean? That's changed. Now you can buy a Harley. Before you couldn't.
Yeah.
Before you couldn't have the Corvette. Now you can. It's what he's saying.
All right. So you pull up in your Ford F-150 in front of Home Depot. You going in there with your kids and your wife and stuff. I pull up at Home Depot too. My license plate's hanging off. I'm trying to fix my house up too. You know what I'm saying? Home Depot's out. Okay. As soon as I get out of the car, can I help you, sir? Come on now. We haven't even gotten out of the car, so we just want to know what. We just need some wood. So they following you all around the store. There's a problem because my kid is, acting less than what your kids, you know what I mean? Your kids is going in my wife's pocketbook, taking our money. Give me that back. Hey, you touching that white boy? You know what I'm saying? And this is how we got killed, hung, put in jail without a fight. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that we've been going through. So yeah, if I go into a store right now today in 2026,
parking lot,
it's different than he going in a store in 2026. Trust me. It is.
It's just a level of.
Go ahead. Education.
Say it out. Say it out loud.
Where you were from. We're different ants in the same soil. So until we realize that we're building a community together, you know what I'm saying? Ants stay where they're supposed to, all their generations of being ants. But they can walk past each other without somebody, killing one, or they're ants. But us, we're human beings. And all we do is see a white versus a black type thing, and this has been spread from the white man all around the world.
Like you're trying to get me to swallow every sin of the white man.
You have to.
No, I don't at all. That's ridiculous and retarded. Like completely. It shouldn't even be spoken on like that because it.
So if I pull up ChatGPT and then
please pull up ChatGPT and see if anybody ever got hung from their actions in a Home Depot parking lot.
Oh no,
that's where your logic went to, and it was insane. But
okay,
sorry.
So
I get history, but right now you cannot say that. What can I?
You realize a black man was just hung in Washington, I believe it is.
See, this is part of this. This is part of the division. Like you want me
just recently.
You want me to validate the struggle of Black America so much that we can't get to.
It's
the
in front of
point-
your
that we
faces and
can't
you
get to
won't
the
recognize
point
it. You won't acknowledge it.
What do you want me to acknowledge?
So exactly the same thing you said that you're not going to swallow. I'm not going to get you to. I'm not going to try to get you to swallow.
You want me to acknowledge the
suffering
sin
of
of
black.
every white man, of every white
The whole
person.
what's holding America, what is
That's
holding
what's holding
America
America back?
is hatred towards black people. That's what's holding the dream of America back. Until you free us, you're not going to be free. And so all of the problems that you got here at the table today is because you don't mind seeing our people suppressed.
So like,
So
is
y'all
like,
have that march.
Is that like the closest?
You know what I mean?
The closest like sense I can make of that is actually Martin Luther King's "If there's injustice for one, there's injustice for all." Like that's
not just Martin Luther King. That's common sense. That's moral thinking in America.
okay.
If you do something to him,
Credit for Martin
you know
Luther
what I mean?
King.
Like, how much people have so many bad things to say about George Floyd? Officer had his knee on him, you know what I'm saying? And all they wanted to do is talk about how he was selling.
How he's on meth and
yeah,
had
right.
13
But what
felonies
you told us
gave him
last
5
time,
chances and there's a bunch of things on both sides.
right? So when we was here,
But regardless, how do they get away with it? Is the actual question.
the power, money. They got the oligarchs that own everything. Nike, all of these people saying don't let them through, and they giving them money to keep that, and they already paying the highest court in the land.
So like China's paying white people to be racist.
If I was the king of the hill, I'll have China doing, you know what I'm saying, and China's the king of the hill in China. We all kings dealing with each other, kings, but
I've,
you know what I
I've
mean.
seen Kobe Bryant, or not Kobe, but LeBron apologize for acknowledging Taiwan as a nation or something like that. A bunch of people have done that. A bunch of sports people have apologized to China
Because they being dragged into politics instead of basketball.
Yeah, money.
You know what I'm
There's money
saying?
everywhere. Like Nike.
And to be said what to say, or else they're gonna get fined and this, not gonna be on the team too much longer if you don't, he owns this basketball team. That's why, being honest with you on everything that I love, I was shut down like I don't understand all my life. Like with what we go through, how because we make the best music. White people took that. The black artists.
How white people took the youth from making the best music, bro?
All right, so look.
Yeah, we still making good music.
I mean,
we still make.
Little Richard
Go
did
ahead,
create
go
rock
ahead.
and roll. So I mean,
Who created rock and roll?
Little Richard, man.
So black
A black man.
Mm-hmm.
Little Richard.
So in
Little
the
Richard's story
in the
is
60s,
amazing.
in the 60s, when black people were trying to put their music on the radio, who owned the radio station?
They're doing it to us all now.
Why didn't they want our music on
here's
the
the
radio
thing,
station?
here's
But
the
now our music today taking over the world.
before
you see it in the Lego videos. Go ahead.
Before your generation passes, you only got, enough time to deal with one issue. It's not both. It's not both and for your generation. It's not what they did, or how they did it. You can only focus on one or the other. You can focus on what they did, or you can focus on how they did it. And right now, we are more equal than we have ever been in the history of the world. Other countries ain't even working on their racism.
Other countries are doing. Other countries
Other
have
countries are
racism.
just as racism and just
Most
as
other
racist,
countries,
and
other
they're
than
fine
this,
with
got
it,
free
and they're
education,
fine with
free
it, and they're fine with it.
health care.
It doesn't matter.
Free
They're
housing.
still racist. So even if we had all of those things, then racism is
do
okay.
certain things, but
even if we had all those things, if we had all those things, free health care, free housing, and free education, then racism would be okay.
Then you wouldn't be here.
No.
You wouldn't be here. If we had all of that stuff that you just named, on both sides. You wouldn't be here. You'd be somewhere enjoying your horse, your land. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be here crying about how can we come together and get this together. Recognize where you came from.
Where we came from.
You got to go into the past to find and navigate yourself through the future. And if you go back in the past and negate what's in front of you, you're gonna be right back as the point zero. You know what I'm saying? Trying to still figure it out, scratching your head like cavemen.
Past and deny what was fixed and act like it wasn't and be a constant victim, then you're never going to see the equality that is in front of your face.
I'm not trying to victimize you
No,
or me.
I know,
we didn't live in those times. We didn't live in those times.
You think he's victimizing himself?
But I'm only making a point
never said
that's
one
never
thing
on the table nowhere in social
in
media
the
with
present.
black and white people.
In the present,
You know?
what can I do that you can't?
Yeah, we
What?
Okay. we both are able to do all right the same thing together. But do you see that America has been built on the backs of my ancestors, raped, murdered, pillaged, sold?
Partly. It's been built on the Irish, the Chinese, the Mexicans.
All right, but we're
you guys
talking.
are the only ones still
Listen,
crying
y'all
about
keep doing that. Let's talk about America. And where's the problem with you?
How?
You keep on inviting Chinese into the conversation. Let's talk about
more Chinese people died building a railroad than all of slavery.
All of these Jewish people walking around America with the you see them.
Yeah.
How they Jewish? They from Europe. What the hell's going on?
It's called the diaspora.
But then on the other side of that fake news, we got us believing in Santa Claus.
Well, the Hebrew Israelites are black.
Do you know that black people are setting up their houses inside and out? Because they're teaching their children that there's a white man on the North Pole with flying reindeers, and it's the season to be jolly, and then they contribute that to the Lord's prophet, Mary's son, Jesus. So when it's the resurrection of Jesus, you implement Easter bunnies. You make a cartoon out of everything instead of telling the straight history of it. You're talking about black people. These are not white people.
Who was it? Who's black?
Every prophet in your Bible, every story you're reading about is brown and black people. And you keep going further back till you get to a color called blue-black. You ever seen a black person and she or he is?
I think
you know what I mean. This
Exhibit explained it the best. When we all go
or
back
bronze black. You know what I mean? Or olive black. That's a black. Because the olive is black or
can trace
or green.
All the races back.
So when I'm not sitting here to get a racist thing going, but I love him. I love you. I love everybody out here. We're humans. But you can't negate that you went through the sign that says "Do not enter" and you were back there. What is he doing back there? A whole nation of people are losing because they went past a sign that says "Do not enter." And the whole time we've been like, we wanted to go. Some of us did go, being coons and whatnot. So telling y'all where we live and shit and all that other shit. But nevertheless, until I would have NFL, basketball, they would have to be black owned in America. I don't even know where in the world you gonna own we the baddest motherfuckers on the planet when it comes to sports, singing, dancing. That's our culture. The brother that was sitting next to me when I was here, he said, I would love to find our culture. Your culture is what you projected on to us. Demons, thieves, lazy, stupid, violent. This is y'all. We haven't been going around in America, black people at large in America, killing and raping, and no. All y'all gotta do is point your fist. That's him, officer. And they did the little boy wrong. Emmett Till. Never seen any justice for it. Got off. Scott. It's a whole documentary of it. And this is in our time. This is crazy, just in our time. You know what I'm saying? Not 100 years from, not even in, maybe 60.
I mean, we went from horse and buggy to cars in 100 years.
So I would like to own racing cars and race with NASCAR. I got a dream, and that's one of my dreams. I want to be able to ride fast motorcycles, build them. I'm a decorator. I got an art for decorating, making your house look. That's my thing. I'm a builder. But all of us, when we say we're builders and carpenters, we come from a land where Jesus was a carpenter. They was building stuff. We go back there right now and see what they built. God, that's what they did. People were tall, stronger. They lived longer. You know what I mean? We got over here, we drinking popsicles and drinking soda and stuff like that, potato chips. You know what I mean? We became short.
Like Confucius centuries.
We're negating.
I don't even know how to.
Going back in what's in front of us.
So we don't interject, but every now and then I'm gonna read the chat and I'm gonna involve the chat because they very involved in the conversation. Yes.
I mean, say your piece.
They have
I'm not here to try to.
Z3RO Foxo says, why can't debate on how to fix it instead of going back?
Because in order to fix something, you have to look at the directions. Simple. That's just answering his
That's
question.
his answer?
That's his answer.
Black people being enslaved in the 1600s or 1700s wasn't the first time slavery had happened. There's many other histories that can point us in a direction where we can say that was wrong.
And you got an audience for that,
when you say,
that
when
talking
you say,
point.
When you say own it, like it was white Christians.
When I say own it, read the directions. Look back in history. Own it. It's the
Who
truth.
abolished it. So we've
Abolished
owned it.
it.
We've and
No,
abolished
white
it.
supremacy is not abolished around here. If that's what you're saying, I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead.
I mean, you'd have to define white supremacy. I mean, like
You guys are in. You guys rule the world. That's called supremacy. If we ran the world, y'all would call it black supremacy because y'all just don't want these people to have this and that people, and you just keep arguing
Without a color.
So it's just.
and we're not gonna let you go through, and you're
so
gonna
it's-
call it black supremacy.
So it's just supremacy.
Yeah, it's a supremacy. Like, you know, the red ants are over the black ants in some certain places. You know what I mean? Black ants, big black ants are over other ants. That's supremacy. It's supremacy when you go into the savannah, find out who's the supremacy. You're gonna be, come here, big elephant, elephant. Yeah, we don't need to speak English out here in the woods. You know what I mean? Where's Tarzan? What about that? What happened to educating my children on Tarzan? What's up with that? So this is what we had to sit through.
Tarzan was white.
In where? Africa, swinging in Africa, the jungles, and they gave movies.
North Africa.
All of your movies
South Africa.
about history
Africa's supposed to
is
be
y'all,
desert.
man. And y'all are lying. Your people are lying to
this
you,
is
and you
what-
got to go back
this
and
is
look at
what
that.
I don't, like-
Talk to the chat. Ask the chat.
It's cool.
Come on, talk to me.
To talk about stuff when you like. There's other jungles. Africa's mostly desert, bud.
But what happened was we in America? This Tarzan cartoon that we were watching growing up. Was this in Africa or the United States?
You know why Africa's named Africa?
Good question, but where was?
Oh.
Go ahead, do you think?
Go ahead. He's asking me a question. I can't remember at this point, but it is it's two things. One is actual fact, why it's what it was called in biblical times, and one is a fact that the word comes from brown people, and this was everywhere on earth. It's at where the Europeans was at, and even where the Europeans were at, we were black. All over the world, all over every continent on earth, it started off with us. Every continent, and everybody evolved from us. I have a DNA that the book that you grip to says that we the chosen people. We the Israels, we the Hebrews,
What book
we the
does he grip
Jews.
to?
You know what I mean?
What's your religion?
I mean, God divorced Israel, so that wouldn't be true, and you wouldn't understand the book properly if that's what you said.
Well, I know one thing. Moses was a black man that went to a black pharaoh, and he had black people in his
divorced
jails.
Israel
and
and
when
the
he
Hebrew-
said,
and the
"Let my
Hebrew
people
Israelites.
go," he was torturing them and feeding them
divorced
to
them.
lions and
They
things like
ignoring me,
that,
I'm
doing
thinking.
all of the evil
This is
stuff
what-
that we have right now in America.
this is-
history. Where did this shit come from?
This is-
Got to go find out.
That's what I'm saying.
So we want to just find out at the table, where did Tarzan come from? You know, so how come they taking the right now?
What's the problem
you
with
say,
Tarzan, bro?
He
What's
says
the issue with
he's a
Tarzan?
white man in Africa talking to animals. Only people that did that in real life
I mean,
is
he's
black
pretty
people.
tan. Mowgli.
You know what I mean?
What about
we
Mowgli?
speak to
What
we speak
about-
to an elephant. We speak to birds.
what
We
was that
speak
movie?
we speak to all of the animals. We've been there
Jungle
since
Book.
they've
What
been
about
there.
Jungle Book? Jungle Book was
Yeah.
Mowgli
Even
was
today,
was a little Indian.
he said
kid
that
with tigers.
Where's your
and
chat
panthers.
at? Chat. He said that there is no racism today, but they taking all
there's no
of my
racism.
history out of the museums in America right now. No black colleges. They don't want they want to segregate. So what are you talking?
No,
You're
no
not
black colleges.
finding, huh?
I grew up right by Bethune-Cookman College in
No,
Daytona
I'm
Beach.
saying,
What do you mean?
before these community
I went
colleges.
to BCR more times than you. I went to Black College
After
Reunion
chat.
more times than you did.
Chat hear me.
You went to black
Yeah.
colleges?
Black College Reunion in Daytona Beach. I went to that every year for like a decade. Like,
We have some of the most successful people in the United States that are black than anywhere else in the
I know
this country.
Mansa Musa was
And
once
then
the richest man in the world. So what? It doesn't matter.
It's not about
what-
being rich. It's about being intelligent, smart.
I thought it was just
The
about
richest
the money.
people are the white people
This is
in the
insane.
United States. The richest people in the world are the people over in Africa where the diamonds, we sitting on that. That's us. We sitting on gold. That's us. We sitting on everything that y'all really are trying to. This is why we over in the Hormuz, what's it called, Hormuz? We over there in the strait right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, take down some black people. And y'all see it as Arabs. Y'all see it as this group. Y'all see it as that group. They taking down.
Anybody who's got,
if you not white,
brown in there,
you black.
So,
you brown. Brown and black.
So anybody who's not,
y'all made a card up, man, that if you got one drop, you're not a Caucasian.
That's Jewish.
That's supremacy.
That's Jewish.
That's a mind of a set of a person who's trying to teach you that you are a supreme. You got the beautiful blue eyes, the blonde hair. You got that white skin. You're angelical. But no.
Black Cat, he said that was not the white people, it was the Jews.
That's the Jew. If you have one drop of Jewish blood, you're considered Jewish. So, like, you're confusing all kinds of things.
Bugging.
I don't even know how to talk.
If your DNA said that you from Europe somewhere out there, that's where you're from. That's where your generation goes back.
I guarantee you got
but
European
you're not
going to
weave your generation into Africa.
I'll bet that on your show. I guarantee you have European in your blood. So if you got one drop,
I never said that I don't. I got white people
so
in
you're
my
white
family.
Then.
I got white
so
people.
then you're white.
No, I'm black.
No. You said you're white.
I got you.
Oh, you're white. So like this is.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm black.
None of these. No, you're white. You're a white guy.
All right.
Sorry. So this
anyway,
is why
everybody,
it doesn't matter.
It's because of the gene. It's because of the gene thread that's in my body that came from Adam and Eve that keeps my skin and this purity color. So like anything outside of this is a gene that's diminishing. We the ones that produce, and we're the root of the tree that y'all keep climbing and staking the apple. We don't want you to take all those apples. So get out of my way, shooting everybody on the way down. This is our tree. It's our tree.
Yeah. According to what?
According to history,
science.
Biblical history.
No.
We've been fighting y'all for centuries. Yes, we have. Trying to get what? Y'all are so ruthless with it that y'all got our children in. You had not got.
I don't think you know
y'all
much
had
of
our
the
children
Bible
down in.
I think he's Muslim. You're Muslim, right?
Yeah, I'm Muslim.
Oh my God.
Yeah, say it.
This is completely.
He's saying, Yah Lord, Yah Lord. I'm translating what he's saying. He said, oh my God, oh my God. He's saying, Yah Lord, Yah Lord. Go ahead.
What's the issue with if he was Muslim? What?
That's
so
the problem
shocking?
in America.
What's so shocking to you?
Yeah, you got to be a white Christian or a Christian. Jesus wasn't even a Christian.
Jesus was the Christ.
So y'all are trying to be Christ-like, and you made up a religion called Christianity. Okay. But Jesus Christ was not a Christian. He never walked in a church. As soon as he comes to a church, who's that on the cross? I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think a white man is coming.
So Jesus is Muslim?
If you understood the word Muslim, then, because the word is called Muslim, not Muslim, it's Muslim. So if a tree is a Muslim, this cup is being Muslim. Like everything is under the power, willingly or unwillingly, by what it's been created to be, to do what it's doing for a time.
Do you speak
and
Arabic?
So you're in submission willingly.
Do you speak Arabic?
I read it, and I can't speak it very well.
You can read it.
Yeah, and just to put some icing on your cake, I became a Muslim in prison. Right,
probably where most black people.
Yeah, you're right. That's what they say. That's what they say. But that's the best course to go become a Muslim in the United States because they're not teaching you that here outside. So when I go inside, then I come out and say I'm a Muslim. Now you got a problem and thinking, why didn't you tell me what a Muslim? You don't even know what a Muslim is.
Problem into it.
You have no idea what a Muslim is.
I have plenty of.
I say assalamu alaikum to you and your family. Y'all are crazy. Y'all going crazy. But if I walk away and say the same thing to you in English, God put God's peace be upon you now. All right. Or peace. Salam. You get a problem. The ignorance between you and me is the distance of the language. That's it. Understanding the language.
And they did that.
This religion of God, just worshiping God, is from Adam and Eve.
They did that repeatedly.
They bowed down to God. They fell to the dirt. It wasn't jumping up and down. And
Jay Fox, shout out to Jay Fox. Jay Fox said that you are not Muslim, you are Nation of Islam. What's the difference?
So the Nation of Islam, like in every religion, God says all prophets have told everybody that in every religion, because it's made up, it's not from God. you cursing yourself, and it's like a what was the question again? I'm sorry. He said because I'm getting
That no, he said that you are not Muslim.
right.
You
Nation of
are
Islam.
Nation
So
of Islam.
the Nation of Islam comes through a root. So this is coming from Islam. So now they put this word onto it called the Nation of in the United
that's not a
States.
good thing?
In the United, no, it's not a good thing.
Jay Fox,
you can't
put him in
join
some shit over here, bro.
if you worshiping God and following the prophets of God. How are you going to say, well, this is my religion outside of the religion of Isa, Musa, Noah, Abraham, Noah? You know, all of the tribe. How are you going to reject that, the truth, and go over here and be like worshiping Santa Claus? That's how I look at it. But I understand the movement. That's where where I can agree with the brother on the it took a nation of black people to bring Islam to the people, and they was giving you a newspaper and a bean pie, nigga.
Right,
Just trying to help you get to the right.
Let's give Mount at least 2 minutes because he was like kind of like shocked when you said that
Yeah,
you was
let's
Muslim.
get back to that. Did
So
you get to
I
that?
want to hear him. I want to hear what he has to say.
Why are you mad? Because I'm
why
Muslim.
was it shocking for him to be Muslim?
Well, for him to be using the Bible as a source of authority, that's basically it.
Okay,
But
so
they believe in the Bible, don't they?
yeah,
No.
of course yes we do. We okay. Let me.
That's what
I'm
I
sorry,
thought.
hold it.
That's what I
I
thought.
take that back. I take that back.
Oh, you take it back?
Yeah, I take that back because
Take
I'm
it
gonna
back,
be more
my
specific
bitch.
with you.
He took it back.
We believe in the Torah, which was given to Musa. We believe in the Injil, which was given to Jesus, which man have come along and changed it and turned it into this book called the Holy Bible. And they took so much out of it, you would never think those are black people. You would never think that these stories. You would never.
Scholarly
So
and YouTube,
the original copies of the
separates.
original copies of the Injil
Because
is in Ethiopia.
The scholarly higher criticism of language and the tracking of the actual transcribing of the Bible from 20 years out, there's more exact transcripts in more places geographically. Like it's impossible for one entity, even Rome, to have been able to do that because it made it to Ethiopia, and the proof is Ethiopia. And the
Bible
Africa
is
was a white general named Africana. That's why it's
the
called
Bible
Africa.
is a
So it was
encyclopedia.
Ethiopia. Now there is an independent root of Ethiopia that the Christian church is one of the oldest Christian churches from the very first century. And their Bible or their like you want to say that's like the oldest Bible or whatever, like it's not. It never was. We have the original Hebrew and Greek. It was written in. Paul never wrote the Bible in Ethiopian.
And nobody in America has the
it had to
original.
be
You
translated.
talk about the word
Yes.
Bible is a Hebrew word that means books. Everybody, it just means books. And the only
it's
one that's
Bible
holy,
means
and
books.
that when you
So,
use the
Bible
word
is the
holy,
most
that would be
accurate
God.
Historical
So,
document.
who made up the
that has
books
been
according to
passed
Luke,
down
according
through
to John?
time
Who are these people?
without question.
And what about
Without
where you leave the Quran? The Quran. Did I say it right?
Quran.
Quran.
6 centuries late and about 5 times removed from the original.
So you disregard the Quran.
Yeah.
Even though Jesus in the Bible tells him that one is coming after me, just like
No, he didn't
Moses
say that.
told
You
the
Christian,
people.
by the way? You Christian? Catholic? What you consider?
So there's a big
Judaism is
took a
a form
deep
of
breath over there,
Christianity.
like,
That's a big-
Judaism
Where
is
you
a
at?
It's a big deal. because-
Judaism is a branch of Christianity, like the Nation of
No, it's
Islam.
not.
Yes, it is. Y'all follow the same book.
No, it's not. We can learn from the same book, but
The
have
same
different
stuff is
principles.
in all books. It's different theologies,
No, then we
different
don't have
groups
one
of
book.
people
Jewish.
leading other
No?
people astray. We were
Where you
warned
at?
about this.
Buddha.
Yeah,
Black
talk-
people
talk
stick
to-
together, y'all.
You got
So-
this.
Follow
You're better, bro.
Isa Ibn Maryam.
Yeah, I would say Jesus came
He's-
to establish a government, and that's called the kingdom of God. What the church has turned into with this,
Look,
with
the
this
kingdom of God is the government now.
with the salvation, yeah. Who else would it be? God is king.
I'll just
God
go-
is king.
Jesus says, "Render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God." So I'm never going to put the government with God.
Why? God,
Because I just told you.
Paul said,
Because my prophet from God said, render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar. And
what belongs to
unto
Caesar.
So that's
the money.
answer to
that's
what
the money, not your soul.
you just
The
said, that the
image.
government is God.
Yeah.
Man, I believe
If
that God.
if God doesn't establish,
Okay,
the
I
government,
believe
who
that
does?
God is something that is unseen. No man you can't put your finger on God, but God can put His finger on all things.
You don't think God?
Now,
you don't think God established order?
Now,
order?
God is not over there. He's not over there. He's not in me. He's not in you. He's over His creation.
Did God establish
So this
order?
is where you got to establish where.
These are very simple questions. Did God establish order?
Of course, God is His attribute is order, law and order.
Order is
peace, the straight path. That's God.
Establishing order is government.
So
God governs.
where did the government get its orders from? From the commandments of God.
Okay.
That's where they stole the gods. They stole our truth. Everything that came to us, y'all keep stealing.
Who?
Oh man,
Muslims?
No, it's all the way here. Y'all spread the word all around the world that you got to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Who's Jesus Christ? And they showing African people a white man. Unbelievable.
What stopped you from doing it?
What stopped me from doing that?
Yeah.
Studying, going back in history, taking my old car backwards. You got to put them plugs together.
600
came back with an electric e-bike.
And you came back 600 years forward from
Black
Christ.
had electric motorcycles
That's
on
when
YouTube. Go ahead.
Islam or Muslim started. Is
you're going to enjoy my
600 AD.
channel.
So 600 years after Christ.
I'm sorry.
So you went all the way back in your history time machine and came 600 years forward. And
I kept saying, wow, they're
true.
using the same religion. Whoa, this is the same religion I'm in. Every time I came through a generation where a prophet came, I found out, if I went back in time, I'm going to find out that I'm in the religion of Adam and Eve, or Hawa. Adam and Hawa.
There was a false school of prophets in Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel. So there
Everything
was also,
else, it's a straight path to God, not a crooked path. Nothing confusing. He didn't give us no confusing information. He gave us night and day.
It sure is.
Nothing is confusing. We make it confusing because we moved away from God. So the prophet got to come to us. Beware the motherfuckers in white clothing and sheep. And they sheep in white clothing. This is what I would want out of this podcast. Wolves in white clothing.
The absolute infinite loop of unapplicable thought. We can stew in this inequality or perceived victimhood of history and let it be the only way we can move forward through any lens and ignore every other history that's ever had slavery or domination or kings or any other type of government, or we can figure out how they're doing it. And I'm saying how they're doing it in our society where we are considered the most free and they're still hiding justice from us. We have to figure out how they're doing it.
I know how to get to him. You come on my side and fight with us, and the more we got of everybody in the United States behind us for our cause, everybody wants the same thing. Everybody gonna be like, yeah, all right, we together. All right, yeah, this is for the first time in history in the United States of America that all groups are together coming after that Constitution. That's how you're gonna get what you want. But when you ready to leave me and my family, we're Americans because we Muslim. You ready to leave us behind with your bullshit? Then you ain't with us. You the one that's gonna be psyching us out. Go celebrate the white man on the North Pole and with his flying reindeer. We trying to stay on the straight path. Can you stop throwing stones at us, huh? Yeah, this is what you're going to go through.
Are you one of the people?
Religion is what divides.
All religions are moving up toward the mountaintop. And those who are most righteous and get the most knowledge are going to make it to the top or the furthest up. But the ones that are mainly at the top are the disciples, and then there's their prophets. No, we're not better than the disciples. They were with them. You know what I'm saying? So how we know the story? Through King James Version. You got to go through some real serious hunting, man.
The first sentence in the book of Hebrews.
And it sits right in front of our faces,
totally discounts Islam and Muslim altogether. One sentence.
The first sentence in the book of Hebrew.
Say that again.
Discounts Islam's.
100%. It says, in the past, God spoke through his prophets, but now he speaks through his son. That means no other prophet after Jesus is valid. Period.
Okay. Oh, that's
including Muhammad.
Including Muhammad. Period. The end.
Muhammad is not valid.
All right. So that's what he'll be teaching his children.
And the Quran says to believe the book, and the book says that. So believe it.
The Quran says believe the Bible. The Bible says the Quran is bullshit.
And the Bible says don't eat pork, but the people are full of bullshit. You heard?
There's a whole teaching on.
So you see
there's
what
a
I'm
whole
saying?
teaching on
So
that where Paul
just do your
where
thing.
all food was
worship
made
who you
legal.
worship. I'm gonna worship who I'm worshiping. You know what I
But
mean?
see, it gets
but
that
we
simple.
still Americans.
One sentence that I
I'm
can
not gonna.
present
You can shop at the same
invalidates
stores.
the whole
You know what I mean?
religion.
Use the same
and stop
bathroom.
the argument. Sorry.
Just don't
That's
start
it.
shooting
That's
nobody.
It. That's it.
And that's the first thing y'all do is run to the church, to our schools, and you start shooting us right in our community.
All right. As long as you guys stop killing each other.
As long as we stop killing each other. See, that's
Like,
their,
if we
that's
just wanna go
yo,
into
y'all, that's their
stereotypes
feathers that they can only pick out.
like,
Their
we're-
history
like,
is
all we're
this
doing,
big.
like,
I'm
this
telling
is
you.
two generations who've
They
experienced
passed
two
this
different
down at the
things.
dinner
But
tables
you know,
in
but
their
you know
house.
there are a lot of
Like
I
I
no
can hear-
conversation
I can
that said
hear
hatred
everything
toward
you're
us.
saying. And please tell me in the chat. Like
I got you. If you got anything to say, put it in the chat.
like you're literally reacting to what I'm saying and not even like
I'm trying
paying
to be
attention to what I'm
educational,
saying.
funny, entertaining.
Neither.
I'm not
It
trying
doesn't
to,
even make sense when you're talking about.
The truth
First
is
of all,
bitter,
Home
but it's
Depot
sweet.
and then getting hung. Like,
Sweet, but bitter.
that didn't happen. Yes, there's tragedies in all. Like the first set of migrants that came over, the Italians were here and the Irish got. The Chinese died in building the railroads. All of that stuff happened to get us to a melting pot where we have the same rights, and this is where we are. We're
We've
here
never
now.
had this. Yo,
We're here
anybody that's not from America and you here visiting or you just been born lately into America,
It's been happening since
like,
the '60s.
when he's talking about like 40 years ago, 60 years ago, she's not even going back 100 years ago. So the whole problem, y'all, is that I'm being honest because I know we got to wrap the show up. But the whole problem is basically this. Until y'all can admit, like white people, help each other. And when y'all can admit that you lived in a fairy tale land, all of your young adult, you know, Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, the fairy godmother, the seven dwarfs and the lady sleeping, and all of these beautiful, the lady and the beast,
You know the
and
Democrats
all of
created
these.
the
then you see
KKK,
then
right?
when you see the religious
It's like-
shows,
it's
it's
like
all
that's
about
where-
you guys. You know what I'm saying? So like y'all have
But
to
you're
like.
Democrat, but they created the
Now
KKK.
that y'all are being crushed, because we've been crushed to a dime. We're diamond now, and black people been crushed.
Yeah,
we the
they're
diamond now.
they're inseparable.
So now y'all
Absolutely.
can't take this pressure, and y'all are a type of people that y'all are like, we'll blow this motherfucker up before we turn into a diamond. But the only way out of here now is that you have to. You find out you sitting right next to a black man. That's how far down they brought white people. Yeah, what you doing in this neighborhood? I live in America. You know what I'm saying? And dare you I got you on camera, dare you to shoot me, and I do whatever it takes. But I'm gonna go out like that, you know what I mean? Even though you might still buy, if I got it on live or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, that's fighting for not only my rights, my children, freedom. I have the right to be free. You don't own this block. My tax-paying dollars pay for the block you on. You know what I'm saying? They swear to God they own the neighborhood, and don't walk down my sidewalk. It's people out here like that, y'all. But white people can come into our neighborhoods, and it's none of that, zero of that. You walk in a black person, me. If y'all see me without my gear on, let me walk down in your neighborhood. See if y'all don't have called the police and watch me get tased, all bloody on your front lawn. And they know what did he do after I'm almost dead? You know what I mean? This is it's out of hand.
I feel bad.
So when y'all can swallow that pill
That's
and admit it and start fighting with us until my people's free. Look what they done to us. They about to do it to y'all. And so we're telling you to come on, get in the fight. Stop worrying about this person's a girl, that person's a man, this is LGBT. If these motherfuckers is getting us up out of the hole, save yourselves and your children. Only if it's on the right path. No criminal stuff. Are we gonna we're gonna make America a utopia? My children live here. My future, I'm a grandfather. You don't see the importance of we in a situation we not eating. They over there, our stupid ass president is. He don't have the right to do what he did.
What did he do?
We went to bed Saturday and Friday. We woke up on the 28th, and this nigga done shot off some bullets because Iran said do so. Iran and Trump is running from the law. I want everybody to know that around the world. This man right here, Eli, he's the peeps of the world. So let this news fly. So in America, if we're in a pressure pot where white people are crying for their land, they losing their homes, they kill y'all, they fighting and killing each other. Cause this is how it's, you know what I mean, they see in the family courts. It ain't us no more in there. We can't have you today. We got some serious people coming to the family court.
One thing that I wanted to get back on is that I heard you saying, I've heard that a couple of times.
Changing.
Not only blacks are killing themselves, bro. Like all races kill themselves.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, I know.
way greater proportion in the black.
It's a
community.
rumor, more or less.
Way greater proportion in the black community.
Where?
By like 5.
In
No,
what state?
white people in
Everywhere.
America. It's another
Depends.
statistic, y'all.
Not
White
everywhere,
people
not
in
everywhere.
America
Not
are the
universal.
only
That's
ones
impossible.
with
Everywhere.
the highest
There's
killing
not
rate
every state
of
has
each
majority
other,
black people.
rapist
No,
rate
not
of
the
each
majority,
other,
the majority is
incest
still
of
where
each other than
where
anybody
the
in
demographic
America.
is at is still the majority. There's still the majority death. It is. Look it up. FBI statistics. It's not even close.
So you telling them, yo, black guy, he said stop killing yourself. You heard?
But that's just one talking point to set somebody off on a track.
Yeah,
where
that's
I'm
that's
saying
a talking point.
it's how do
That's
they
the
get
knowledge
away?
we keep falling down.
How
I
do
keep
they-
taking y'all up, and then we some
You
come
have
out,
to-
and then we back off. We come on now.
There's
I had wings
there's
on everybody's
there's
back just now.
There's a realization to the pattern of the system, and you have to actually clog their system, almost like what's going on in the Strait of Hormuz. Like they made a blockade, and then we blockaded their blockade.
How stupid is that?
That's
Shortcut,
that's
but you said the
actually-
And
army
then
guys
our-
wrong.
that's-
Tell me,
first
tell
of
me now
all,
so I can
that's
let them know.
actually-
None of our military men are supposed to be out there. When this is all said and done under democratic law, everybody's going to be held responsible
as
for going out under this unconstitutional, war with Iran. Iran getting they ass whooped, and what's the name is wrecking ball in Russia. What's it? But what y'all not hearing in America is that Africa is turning up. You heard? You heard?
Abraham,
A lot of countries have turned their back on America all around the world because of this dumb shit white people keep doing. You heard? This ain't black people, so don't do that. Vote. Get into the fight with us. What's
I
wrong
voted-
with
I
voting
voted.
blue? What's wrong with that?
There was a bunch of things.
That
wrong
means
with it.
but
There's
it's not a bunch of things you need to study. I would run from that. I would run from the red
There's only
vote.
one
I
statistic
would run
that you
from the
have to
red
know.
vote. This dude is trying to kill
abortion.
everybody, y'all. And he goes,
Abortion.
Okay.
him
Good
might
talking
do
point.
it
Good talking point.
because
What
of what
about
he's running
Tell
for.
me about
Abortion.
it. Cut.
Just abortion alone. Democrats promoting abortion is the single biggest killer of black people in America. Always has been. Every single year.
Since mankind, we've been having since
Okay.
mankind, we've been having
Let's do
abortions
something
and
relevant.
doing the right thing for the mother.
Doesn't matter.
We've been doctors
That's the
for
number-
centuries. Here's a country that came on Earth 250 years ago, trying to understand. No, that's medicine. That's us.
Is this just a
We the best doctors, brain surgeons, everything. We doing that. We the inventors. You got to find out
you
what's
go.
going on.
No, you're
They
doing
the
that.
thieves. Hey. What they saying now?
You're doing that. You're having more abortions than anybody and kill more of your people in the womb than any other race, including disease.
America. Listen, when America was, I'm gonna show you how diseases came over to
because
America.
because
These
blue
motherfuckers,
states-
they say it was Christopher Columbus. They was stinking. These motherfuckers they came with
What does that have
roaches
to do
and
with
stuff
right
with
now?
bugs off the
What
ship.
does that have to do with
Listen,
right now?
they
650,000
infested. They had
black
they brought all kinds of
babies are gonna
disease,
be
y'all.
aborted.
And we was bad enough doctors to get the cure
It's
to
over
this, and we got popped
75%.
over the head
Yeah,
by
you
the
talking
white
about
man,
the-
It's
snatching our shit.
75%.
That's us. Penicillin and all that shit. Headache shit. Yeah, we've been knowing how to chew on some root and fix shit. For real, we've been knowing this. God told Adam
Cut.
the nature of all things in the world. So what the secret is there, man. We just gotta
Cut.
follow the straight path.
I got you. I know you chopping it up with the peeps, but you ignoring his talking points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
He's saying some things over here that I would like. I would like. I would like
All right, I'm gonna stop.
I would like you to
preaching.
come back
Yeah,
on it. You know
all
what I
right.
mean?
Yes, sir.
Run it back. Run it back.
Like it doesn't. This is the point.
That's the point.
It doesn't matter at this
Same.
point in America. We are the most equal and free that we've ever been, and it is the least dangerous for us to speak. Yes, we have to start speaking. Now, after this conversation, it is hard to think everybody has. All opinions are not created equal. And the fact that I can't make a present point without going back to the past means somebody's stuck there. And there is no moving forward no matter what you do. You're going to have a problem with anybody who ain't black. You're one of the most racist people I've ever met in this conversation. Like, I don't know what the fuck else to say.
Say word.
So the black plight ain't every plight. It ain't even the biggest plight.
Oh, snap.
And it's not what is the plight is the rich versus poor. Like that. How do the rich hold justice from the poor? How did the Epstein files come out and no one gets arrested? That's got every race in it. They're all billionaires. Whatever race you are, you're saved from it. Like how, if that didn't create a revolution and us just storming our government and holding them accountable ourselves, what will? Obviously nothing. Like what do we have to have videotape proof of people eating babies? Like we've solved slavery. Like it's not legal anymore, but yet there's still more human trafficking and sex slaves in the world than there has ever been slaves, period. Right now, there's more current sex slaves than there have ever been slaves. Ever. So, like, sorry, the black plight is to catch up and realize you're equal and start acting on it. Everybody else, same thing too. We're not against each other. It's rich versus poor. And wherever we can help out, like, here's where I bring it back. Like, what he's going through, we were talking about pre-show, with the housing and the city benefits and everything else, they're throwing you through the same rigmarole that they're sending me through. It's an administrative process that nullifies our actual rights until we bring them to court. So court has made them move. Tim, who filed the lawsuit for the veterans, that place is not accepting veterans. They're trying to clean everything up because it's their grant season and they're graded on it. And I'm trying to find the relevant points where they're going to try and cover their ass to expose them so that I can have an institutional win. And then that can be applied as a microcosm to any other city shelter has the same exact complaints, except it would be a city lawsuit and not a federal lawsuit because they accepted federal funds. We get to bring it to federal court. So if you want to look at the shelters, they're disproportionately colored people, black people, people of color. We need to help them.
It depends on where you're at. So it depends on the neighborhood, the state. Because you could go to a different state where the majority is white,
but New York,
and you're probably going to find one or two blacks in there.
But New York here, where they're spending,
you're talking about shelters are full of blacks.
No. What I'm saying is they're spending $81,000.
You heard that?
81 no for the blacks, but they're disproportionately more black people are there than anybody else, and they're getting fucked over by the same system that they're trying to fuck me over on, except I have federal rights because they accepted federal money. But even that winning that still says something to the state and the city that these same violations that every shelter is going through can be acted upon just like this. That's what I'm saying is the veterans are such a diverse community. Like, I think there's an actual statistic on it. Like, military is the most diverse community, like melting pot organization out there. So if the veterans were the ones who paved the way before. Didn't matter if there were slaves and they were we were building the country on your backs. If it got taken over because the military didn't do its thing, then we wouldn't have a country. So the military has to be the point of the spear. And if it's not the military, it's those who served before. Because if they're getting away with this with the people who served before, they're getting away with it with the highest class of protected people. So that means there is no more like accountability. And that's the key thing is in this in this action, like there's 5 government agencies, state, city, and a federal, the VA, who are going to try to push off blame on the other through an administrative process. And what this federal lawsuit is going to show is that that system alone is set up to shuffle off blame and never take accountability.
Do you even understand, like, you're in a circle, right? Everything you talk about fighting about, I came on the show talking about we've been fighting that fight on my side. So now that the fight came on your side, I tell you how to join ranks, and you call me the most racist person in the world.
No.
So hold on.
No.
Come on now.
No. That's not what I said.
You think I hate people.
So no.
You want to give the click that there's a racist on.
But all you said is basically white people.
The one that got you in this.
White people are the only problem. That's all you said.
I'm gonna tell you who snatched all these rights from you.
White people.
Donald Trump. So listen, he's in the. It's there. It's that Donald Trump took the certain things from the veterans, certain things from they benefit.
That's not true. Donald Trump's done more for the veterans.
Programs from you.
No, it's not true.
Hundreds of thousands of people in America came out of the government service.
0% truth.
Okay, so check that out. So you want to go back and still vote for someone who has accusations? My accusation is that I'm black. His accusation is that he's white. He's a pedophile. He's a thief. He's a murderer. He's not for us. And what you want is we the people. That's the mix of everybody in America. As soon as you start separating us because we LGBT, we Muslim, and this, that, and other, you need to get up out of the party.
No, there are some separations. Absolutely not.
Freedom.
There are some. No, freedom isn't free.
And it's always y'all blocking the road.
No.
Through history.
Who
what?
Oh, my God.
You can't go into another country, burn them down, kill them, and rape them, and enslave them, and take their goods.
That's what happened throughout all history.
Yeah, so what's going to happen when it ever happens? It's going to be, that's what I just told him. All around the world, that's what they did. He just admitted it. That's what happened all history. Go in history and find out he just told the truth.
Yeah. People were conquered.
Put the thumbs up. Subscribe.
How do you not get conquered is the key. To those who overcome. How do you overcome? That's where I want to get to. To those who overcome. So that to me, that's the key, is how to overcome this system within the system. There is a way.
My Islamic name is Isa Ainuddin. Isa is the English version would mean Jesus. Ainuddin means eyes of the faith. You come with them balloons, I know you with the wrong. We ain't having the party here, sir. Put down that luggage. You know what I'm saying? Give up that gold and come and follow me. And he took us in the mud. Oh, we don't like this and shit. We started leaving, inventing our own religions. Came back and hung this nigga. You know what I mean? But it wasn't us. It's a whole secret to this piece. You know what I mean? It was in a black country, yeah. Or continent. I mean,
yes. But, the chat is asking. Yes, black guy is Muslim. I still don't know what Mount is. He's between Jewish and Christian. I'm confused. So can you clarify? Because the people are still wondering in the chat.
Yeah, man. Like, so Jesus didn't.
Oh, you're not religious at all. What are you?
No, there's so Jesus.
Why you don't want to say it? Why you don't want to tell us why he is?
Tell us tomorrow. We got to make it take time.
Why you not proud of your religion, your beliefs, bro?
Yeah.
I believe in the kingdom of God.
Christ. That's Christian.
Yeah.
So you're Christian.
The kingdom of God is what?
I have to take it out of you?
Wait a minute. The kingdom of God.
You don't consider yourself Christian?
Hold on. The kingdom of God is not Christian. The kingdom of God would mean heaven. Can you make it to the kingdom of God? That's heaven. That don't mean Christian.
That means you believe in God and Christ.
Not necessarily.
No, that's the way y'all are saying in the English. It can't mean that in my head. It can't mean the kingdom.
The kingdom of God.
The kingdom of Christian. No, I'm not. I'm not being a Muslim.
The kingdom of God is everywhere
I'm
where
being
God
a Muslim
rules.
to walk in a place, to be granted to go into a place of peace, where there's no gashing of teeth, where there's no
that's a new religion. I never heard of that religion. I heard of the kingdom of God, but I didn't know it as a religion.
It's a government.
The kingdom. Oh my God! Now you brought it back down.
Then
to
it's a religion because it's an unseen. It's an unseen government, and you have to believe in an unseen government that is ruling the nations.
And that's the one you're talking about.
Oh, to be left
That's your
wing,
religion?
Donnie right
Yeah,
wing,
God-
The government?
left wing, right wing.
Christ is seated on the right hand of the Father and is ruling the nations right now, currently.
You believe in
Actively.
Christ, you're Christian.
I'm not going to follow a man into worshiping him. No prophet is worth worshiping. Nothing that's created is worth worshiping more than the creator. That's the whole story of Ibrahim.
Jesus said, "Before Abraham, I am."
And Jesus
So-
came and said, I didn't come to change the laws of Moses. I came to fulfill them. Y'all not following this. Y'all them forgot. Generations of people
He
went through
fulfilled
it,
them.
passed between the flood and Jesus Christ. And then Jesus was like, you know what, y'all think y'all gonna do this to me? And he was carried up by God. But nevertheless, y'all believe in the crucifixion, that he got crucified and he'll come back. He said, I'll be back for y'all. Don't worry, we was
So he never
crying.
got crucified?
Huh?
He never got crucified?
Luke, in chapter Luke, in the Bible, according to Luke, Luke says that he sent it to Pilate, and Pilate sent him back to him. So then they made a decision to release him from amongst the people. That's in Luke.
So he was released?
And then inside the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends Angel Gabriel to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and told him that the people are worshiping, that basically to tell the people to worship one Allah, one God. One God. Stop contributing things to the Creator. There's only one God that did all this. So anything that you fashioning and the pictures you drawing and shit, that's shirk, man. You're gonna go to fire. You're gonna meet the fire behind idols. The Exodus says that thou shalt not have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not bow down thyself down to them as in the waters,
You
in
have
the
the same
land.
belief system
You know
as
what I'm
him.
saying? This is in your Bible.
He believes in God. And
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what you believe in too,
and
though.
This is right,
don't
because
you?
religion from God is one. We just got too many
Labels.
No, it's not. It's evil people.
So Jesus isn't.
All
the Son of
prophets are
God?
warning us that it's not a label. It's a motherfucker going out telling some bullshit,
Son?
trying to get your money.
Good question. Is Jesus the Son of God?
No, he's the son of Miriam. He's a human being. God don't have a father or mother. He don't have a dick. He didn't stick no dick in no vagina. He didn't have sex with a human being, and God didn't bear no child. We are the children of God when you're doing right.
God as the Father.
When
of
you're
Jesus?
doing right, that's how that word. English
so does the Quran.
is the most dangerous language
So
when
does
you're
the Quran.
translating it
He doesn't
from
know
its
his own book.
original. It's been
Kat,
translated
The
from
Quran says that
Arabic and Hebrew.
Kat, the Quran says that Jesus. Is,
African continent.
the Quran says that Jesus is God's son.
No, that never says that in the Quran. Not once. Not once. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that Jesus says that he is the son of Maryam, the messenger of God. Isa
The
ibn,
messenger. That
Isa
sounds
ibn Maryam
in the
Rasulullah.
Quran.
That's the sense that we have. God is not putting anything into the earth to us human beings that's going to confuse us. That's why it's called the straight and narrow. Anything that's the wide road, they're going to be going into hell like steeds of cattle. One go over, all of them going to keep going on because they followers of something, then they're going to be wishing that they stayed on this path. But they chose the land government over what's really going to teach them what the government know. And then they use politics with it. And you want a chessboard that you don't even understand what's going on. They peeve us against each other.
This kind of makes me.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
This
what I
is
mean?
the
best argument for elitism that I've ever encountered. I kind of understand the.
But I don't hate you guys. I don't hate white people. I got white people in
you
my
can
family.
get so off, and
I'm trying to tell you how to do this, man. Fight.
that
Vote.
it stops any progress, and that's kind of what we've experienced.
Keep voting for Donald Trump and keep watching you. Why we keep going back, Lord?
Not about
Because
Donald
you're not
Trump.
voting blue. Try voting blue. Oh man,
It's
you ever see that
insane.
black? You ever see that
It's
black
insane.
jelly bean and you never ate it, and then one day you eat it.
It's
And
disgusting.
then you say, it's disgusting at first. And you're like, ew, this black shit in my mouth. But one day you can get a tolerance that it's a black jelly bean, and you can build a tolerance that it's part of the the jelly bean.
Yeah,
It's a
people eat
taste.
raw onions
So they
too.
make it taste like that for certain reasons. It's a
social
commercial.
engineering.
It's commercial. So you got to be Ainuddin.
Is there any way that you guys can like walk on the same path?
No, we're not on the same path. He's
like,
on a
what,
path.
no, there has to be a way. I know you're not. But I'm just saying, there has to be a way where you guys can, like, listen, we have this in common. We have this in common. We could disagree to that, but we could still be.
Yeah, God tells us that all of mankind are like equal as the teeth of a comb. The Rasulullah has told us this in his last speech. All of us are like teeth of a comb. Treat each other fairly. You know, the Constitution. He just spit it out right in Quran. Right in the Bible, your Constitution is right in the Bible. Thou shalt not do this. We call it the 10 Commandments, like God sent 10 Commandments. No, He sent the whole Constitution down here for the rights and what how we supposed to act. In as human beings, we the highest things in the heavens. Over the angels.
So now with all this being said, I would like to know that now that we're clear on some of his thoughts.
I hope he
We
gets
are not.
We're not. So can you clear us up? Can you make me understand what he was talking about?
There's no clarity there.
You win your fight.
Like the only clear statement is from the Bible is there's no male nor female, nor Jew nor Gentile. We all are one in Christ. Yes, get it. Like that's why it's about how they're doing it to us in America right now. We're the most equal we've ever been. We have the freedom to talk and to influence more than we have ever had. One podcast, one statement can go viral and affect 1 million people in a night. So that's like that, and using our actual civic duties and rights to keep our government accountable, like that. I think that's the main way to fight. Is all of us, like auditing is one of the last vestiges of actual career that has purpose. Judges, lawyers, doctors, fucking insurance, hedge fund, all them people have sold their soul to the system. They have to capitulate. Auditors are true universal like right activists who are independent and almost all self-funded. So like to me, like the veteran and the auditor are the two places where we're gonna get somewhere.
Here's some feedback from the people. The army guy has sour grapes because he now knows what it feels like to be black, but still doesn't want to acknowledge others.
I know
others struggle.
I know more Wu-Tang than you. Shut up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Who happens to be his own struggle with a different face, name, color, and different way of interpreting the same thing. His ego doesn't allow him to agree. What do you have to say to him?
The agreement is on how we're going to do it, not what happened before. They're currently doing it to all of us, and it's more clear than ever that it's the poor oppressed and then divided. Until we figure that out, it's going to be really difficult. And the best case that we have to do it is with veterans, the most diverse, sacred, largest class of people with guaranteed rights who have a status in the United States as the reason why we're here and can enjoy these rights. So if we don't do it, who is going to?
So they brought your veteran status, that this whole big group that you think that you in, they shrinking y'all down to my neighborhood. So now, when y'all are here, y'all are like, I hear y'all marching because this is like them marching right now, and I'm keep telling him that your fight is pretty much done until a Democrat gets in there and hears your voice. Can listen to your leaders because representing you under the veterans'
have always
rights
done more
of
for
America.
the military than the
but right
Democrat.
now the veterans' rights is in the hands of somebody named Pete Hegseth.
Republicans have always done more for
not thinking
the
about
veterans than
Because
Democrats.
if he was all that ratchet on that he got about the military,
I don't know how
you're supposed to be living good right now, especially you. Y'all got y'all
Republicans
complaints going
have
up,
always
all
done
that
more for
paperwork,
the
you shouldn't
veterans
have to do
than
all that.
Democrats.
You down here with
so
us?
What do you have to say to that? Republicans have done more for the veterans than Democrats.
Always.
The Democrats have done more for the United States as a whole in more in most ever since us, even when slavery was here. That's how we changed.
They started the KKK.
No, the KKK.
Whoa.
The KKK.
Like, how ridiculous are you, man?
KKK
It came from the Democrat
Okay,
Party.
here we are.
Came from the
Okay.
Democrat Party.
Okay.
So back in the
That's
day,
it.
y'all, this
No,
was
cool.
the Democrats.
It didn't
like
flip
we
or
are.
switch. It didn't
that
flip
that
or
party
switch.
was a Republican.
No, there was no replacement
So we were
theory.
the
There's no
Republicans.
replacement theory.
So nevertheless,
No.
right? This is what we talk. He's talking about a theory. Go back in history and find out
It
your
was the
history.
Democrats.
See, this is why we can't get nowhere in the United States of America.
The Democrats
because
don't
of
want
the
to
white
admit what they
man.
did?
You see what I'm
Yes.
saying? You see what I'm saying? We at the table like we two countries trying not to fire off at one another, but we got Donald Trump's voice. You know, he's this nigga texting all the time. We for
And
real.
we are always
We-
including the
you know what I
people
mean?
and not forgetting about
So-
the people. Jack Spade says, "Tell us what the Democrats did for black people throughout history."
Exactly.
Everything that America has been built on has been from a democratic rule. All presidents that were coming up since the early 1900s have been changing their tunes, adopting because Congress was almost full black men. You know what I'm saying? And
Congress was almost full black.
Yeah, at one time in America. So we were moving.
word.
We were
So then why
moving.
didn't you guys do anything?
We were moving we were moving legislation through the path of what they couldn't do,
Wow.
and what America is today. Everybody got paid off the backs of my ancestors. So it was a democratic thing. Everybody wanted the same thing, but there's so many people coming from everywhere around the world. Say, listen, let's free these people. And so the Ku Klux Klan got born because the government took their land. It's told them it was chaos for these white people losing they slaves. They pick, they could rape these little black girls and kill off, beat a nigga up, rape a dude. They could do whatever we were their property, so they would have
So
parties.
the Democrats
fucking
created the
us, you know what I'm
KKK
saying?
as an
Doing their little,
opposition?
they white
Republicans
jungle stuff that they did to us, you know what I mean? So like I'm telling you, right? Then they wanted black people to suffer. So that's part of the 400 years of suffering that we had to go through. Now we're in Jim Crow because of black people are not voting for these things,
They're
and everybody
projecting
became
a-
Democrat,
a
and then versus the
prophecy
Republicans,
about
'cause the
Israel
Republicans
under
started
400
being rich
years
people,
now.
the people that own
makes
stuff,
no
that
sense.
places you work at every day. Those are the Republicans.
I got people saying that KKK was black too. Is that accurate?
It's not. Black. They weren't
Too,
like.
as well.
I mean, I don't know if they were black. They weren't black too.
Was it
They'd
blacks
be
in
like-
the KKK?
no, that'd be like Tyrone Bigsby.
No, it's never. The Ku Klux Klan
But-
it's never had a. There's a skit
That'd be crazy though.
on SNL. I know there's no
it's
black
Chappelle
people
show, Chappelle show.
in the Ku Klux
Tyrone
and the
Bigsby.
Ku Klux Klan toned they shit down, and now they're in government. That's why we're
Now
losing
that,
everything.
now that,
That's
like
the white
all
supremacy.
criminals have become like professional, like mafia.
They
guys in
listen.
the
They listen a
government,
lot
they, like,
on the news. I can tell. That's so like. The reason why he's not like,
That's
first of all, you
the
got to
point.
understand what's going on in your own country, and he not even up on what's going on in his own country. He doesn't even realize they just, Martin Luther King that you yelled out earlier in the video. Well, they took his right. They got a bill where they crushing his bill, the 15th Amendment from Martin Luther King. But there's no rage coming
so
about it.
let me use
The more that they take
let me-
from us, they taking from you. And we all gonna be in this little small crate that they put 4 gallons of milk in. That one little crate, we're gonna all be squeezed up in there, and they're gonna turn America
there
into
is
a
some
concentration
truth.
camp
I don't know what
if
you're
y'all
talking
don't let it loose.
I don't know. I can't bring sense to this. Like there is some
No
truth
country
to
like
the
us.
fact that the Emancipation Proclamation didn't free the slaves. It made everybody a slave, a citizen. A citizen is a subject. But then there's the whole.
Yeah,
So-
he needs medical help. That's the only thing I can. If it's not God, of course it's God, but
Went to
like,
15th Amendment to Martin Luther King to
I'm
God.
just trying to
Like
explain
there's
to you
no
how you can
pattern
get your
of,
stuff off the ground.
of logical
There's a vote
reason.
coming up. Do you know about the primaries coming up soon? We getting ready to vote in 2028. You got to have your like, what do you want? And you're telling everybody. So if you want that and you vote for Donald Trump again, you're going against the grain.
Donald Trump
Oh,
ain't
the
up
70%
for election
of
in
America,
2028.
only 31% of America is going to every state turned blue. Florida, Texas, everybody is Democrat right now. So for you that's because they realizing the real fight.
You're confusing
They shoulder to shoulder to us
the
now.
president's
Crying.
approval status.
My groceries
as
is
who's
this
red
much.
and who's
It's
blue.
been that much for us too.
Okay, so we're equal.
But we were called homeless and the petty. Get away from my car. We up there trying to survive doing your windows now at the stoplight. You know what I mean? That was us. Now it's y'all. Look on in your community and see if you don't get your windshields wiped, right quick by some young kids.
That's one point that I kind of almost understand
What
about
happened
him.
to us
Like,
is
listen,
starting
we've
to
been
happen to
struggling.
y'all.
We've been struggling. Now they're struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And I look at it, I'm like, yo, it puts me to think.
it makes me think that there's too much pain in that struggle to actually see that struggle has been won.
It hasn't, brother. And
It
that's
has.
the whole thing I'm
It
sitting here
has.
telling you.
It has.
Why are you going through it?
It
then?
has.
Why am I still being
Because you
pinched?
can't name one thing that you can
Yo,
do
I don't
that
even
I
have
can do that you
$500
can't.
in the bank. I don't have $500 in the bank. There was a time in this United States before Trump
It doesn't
where I
matter.
had $500
See,
in the bank.
That's
The bank wasn't bothering
that's
me.
great. I
You
don't
know what I
think
mean?
the-
Now the bank is bothering you for every little thing, and now I don't even have a bank account. Just give me my chime
Trump's the one
card
who's,
and my
who's
my cash.
stopping
app.
the credit
That's
rate
it.
at 10%.
Leave my money alone.
Like one of the biggest debts in the country is credit card debt, and if he limits that to 10%, that's one of the
No, it's Congress. It's the Republicans letting shit go through in Congress that they blocking. Hey, you can't do that. Yes, we can, because they have the House, the Senate, and the presidency. You have everything, and you can't even get us out of the grip that we in. Well, I'm going to vote for Republican again. No, was it better with you better off now than you was with Biden or Obama? Come on, keep it 100.
Yeah,
Please.
as long as men
Please.
ain't allowed.
Please,
in the
we gonna
women's
go. We
restroom,
going.
I would have probably went.
It's a
would do
promise on the
anything.
table right now. If you vote
Is that
Democrat,
the only issue that you have?
that they expanding
I mean, that's
everything
one of
that
the
you're
biggest.
talking about. Republicans
Absolutely.
ain't gonna give you shit.
Once you confuse sex,
They owe us a
everything else
stimulus check right
means
now.
nothing. That's
The
that's
government.
one of the last tactics to destroy.
Who's
You ain't saying
confusing-
nothing
to
about
destroy
that.
an
Who's confusing
empire.
sex? Who's confusing sex?
I mean, if you're forced to,
What are you talking about?
if your speech is forced to call somebody something that they are not, that's.
You're talking about the
man-
LGBTQ community?
man,
What are you talking about?
absolutely. How far that was going.
Whose business is it that, like, if I'm in a room with somebody, whose business is
Listen,
it to start talking about
we don't get to
who, hey, y'all
individualize.
together and stuff like that? You don't do that
This
to
is-
nobody.
this is how-
Mind your motherfucking business.
This is how crazy it is. Listen, anybody who calling the sky purple and it's blue, they're crazy. It's blue. Everybody agrees it's blue.
Okay.
You say it's purple, you're a crazy person. We don't get to individually define anything.
When you got that
If you
much
said
time
you
to
were
stop
if you said you were wearing
to
white,
be so
we
critical,
would know you were a crazy person.
As far
If
as,
you said
you
if
can't
you
label
if you,
yourself as
if
a
you
I'm a
said
female.
if,
I'm on
if
this.
you
I'm on-
said you were
I don't know
wearing
the-
white, listen and answer the damn question. If you said you were wearing white and you honestly believed it, we would all know you're crazy.
right.
Okay, so that means we don't get to personally define anything, not even your clothes, let alone your sex.
How did we get on that? I don't understand.
Because if you can't define the color of the clothes that are on your skin without looking crazy, then what makes you think you can define your
I
sex
think he's saying that
it's
Republicans
not?
are allowing.
No, not Republicans. Anything, any normal human.
He's trying to find out how did we get to this
You
point?
don't get to define it. You don't have the right.
I don't know, get to define what?
Anything.
Because listen, right? Allah.
Anything that 99.9% of people agree on, you don't get to
He's
define
saying
it.
you don't have the right to be gay.
No, you don't have the right to say you're a man when you're a woman or a woman when you're a
You
man.
heard his cat?
What gives you the right to even say that? So that gives him the right to do what you. Who's right here in this conversation?
That's so
Who you
retarded.
think gonna
It's
get
so
beat up?
retarded.
Who you think gonna get beat up? You walk in the room and start saying some shit like that in front of a whole bunch of people, and you tell them you right? Yeah, okay. We see y'all. We ain't gonna fuck your house up. We'll wait for him to come on
No,
outside.
you don't get to
You know
do
what I mean?
that. And
did
that's
not-
if
so
that's the line
that's
of
called
reality that we
supremacy.
had to preserve.
That's called supremacy.
Yes.
You smart, just
There are some things that are more supreme than others.
Have your job, have your house.
There
and your
are
picket
some
fence,
things like listen.
take care of your yard.
You
take
think,
care of
you think,
your
you
children.
think eating cow
Keep
is
everybody in your
supreme to
family
eating human?
safe
'Cause
from
there's-
everybody else that's in the
cannibalism
in
was
the
a
garden.
thing, a
Come
real
on
thing.
now. But you just jumping the fence and now you in my barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Talking about we gonna think only this way. Oh damn. We don't even got
This needs to be cleared up. With I've had
It's cleared
at least
up. You
over
who you
1,000
are,
interactions
I'm who
with
I am.
close
We
black
human-
friends that have
we
none
human
of these
beings.
topics have ever been discussed at all,
With your close black friends, you mean?
ever. Like
You've never had touched none of these topics with your black friends.
none of these. This is it's
'cause they trying to
insanity.
take all your money.
Because we never felt unequal to each other.
They being kind.
We
Tricking you.
we,
We
and
got
if,
tricksters too on
and
our
in
side.
fact, like if there was somebody who had something to complain about it, like it would be me, the minority, in the all minority group. You know, the white guy hanging out with all the black or Puerto Rican people. So in my
been
personal
brought-
case, there was that's who I chose to hang out with. My older brother listened to rap. I listened to rap. That was the people who listened to rap. Music was a big
He's one of the
influence.
peeps, guy. What are you talking about, man?
Music
You're
was
trying to put him across the fence.
Yeah, they looking
He
for a
was
culture.
raised with
They
his
looking
best
for a
friend is
culture.
black.
They looking for a culture. Robbery. Knock knock. Who is it? Like, give me that music. know what I
You
mean?
don't get
And
to
you know
you
what I'm
don't get to claim
So,
rhyming.
No, I'm
You
just,
don't get to
I'm-
claim
okay,
beats
so
or
everybody making
drums
jokes. You know what I mean?
or
But
braids
y'all got it. Y'all
or
understand me.
or those came from the Dutch.
don't get to
Like
say-
you know like
Nah.
yeah
dreadlocks?
way before.
They're not black?
No,
They're not from
at all.
Africa?
Zero.
Oh man, dreadlocks
Zero.
have nothing to like. Listen, right?
See,
If you want to
that's what
dread
I'm
up,
saying, like,
dread up. See,
they-
there he is.
The
You know what I mean?
tragedy
There he
is
y'all. You wanna
tragedy-
dread up? Go on
the
and dread up.
dreadlocks.
We got the ruler over here.
the tragedy is
And
their
that's-
culture
oh,
has
man,
been
here we-
so stolen
he
from
been
them
over in Africa,
that
y'all.
they don't realize a lot of the things they claim from their culture, like dreadlocks, are white. That's how.
Oh,
That's how stolen it is. But that's how
Yeah,
you get
This is some
somebody.
new shit.
yeah.
That's how you
Dreadlocks
get two
are white?
That's how you get two people to disagree for an hour and a fucking half and never get to a point of how are they doing this.
Sometimes it's medication time. People my age, so I don't know.
Yo, dreadlocks are
I
white.
just
Yo,
wanna
you
know.
bugging now. I don't think that one. I
I
don't.
bet. Put your money where your mouth is.
Is that true, Kai?
Dreadlocks are white.
When I think of dreadlocks, I think of Africa.
Yeah,
Jamaica.
yeah. I think 90% of your audience do the same thing.
You might
But
think
now,
of it.
can you give me the history on that? How can you back that up?
Go
it.
on and give it a hit.
Google it.
Yeah.
No, you're the one providing it to the people. They watching. They waiting for you to tell them.
Great.
From
Google
where?
it. Yeah, Google it.
Guys, can you tell me in the chat if that's accurate, so I don't even have to put up an argument? Are dreadlocks from the white?
Europeans or black people? That's basically the question.
How we end up talking about
I
dreadlocks? By
have
the
no
way,
idea. He sees my dreadlocks.
You can lock.
wanna-
You can
you
lock
wanna touch
anything.
him?
of course.
Not
Okay,
like this.
so-
No, but historically,
Not like this.
we're talking
Historically,
about like
the-
who were the
You can't
first?
do anything like
the the longest like history laid it like we have a fucking
Hey, yo, they saying that
Where-
the Greeks
where-
created it. You heard? I don't know if they joke. I don't know if they messing with us, but they say they came from the
were
Greeks.
Black. Everybody over there was black. Y'all not understanding.
Greeks
That's-
were not black.
those-
They're
that fan
Semitic.
That you see on the back of them Egypt.
This is where it gets so like.
That's holding that's their hair.
So one of the things you have to understand, like
Beat
right
it
now,
all over
right
the
now
head,
in
lock it
China, like there's still 4,000 dialects of
Now we're
Mandarin.
talking about,
So like in America, we have different
languages.
like we got Southern, like Philly, like New Yorkers, you know,
different accents.
Texas. Like
Oh, we all
those
speak
are
English.
American dialects. In China, they have 4,000 still. Okay, now imagine how many. Like go back a couple thousand years. How many more? Like we've concentrated power in society and erased many cultures, so that like the melting pot is actually more similar than probably like a singular race society. Like within like China, Asia, there's a lot of racism between Asians, whether you're light or dark. Like have you seen like it's a heat wave over there, and the very
They don't like do they have the same history of treating each other different, like America treated the blacks?
So what I'm saying is they have been concentrating cultures for a very long time, and who hasn't survived and what isn't passed on, and then it's considered like it's just a distraction point. There's one race. It's the human race. Like there's one.
I agree with you.
There's one dog. You know, there's I guess different species, but like, what are we arguing about? Malamules can jump high and pit bulls can fucking tear shit up. It's who are the masters of these dogs who are training them to kill?
Who are the masters?
Fuck the dog fighters, but okay, like the ones who are training them to be service animals, good job. Like, who is bringing us to a higher level of existence and who is purposely taking our life away? And yes, the black struggle might be like the most recent and worst case scenario that we can remember in our recent history.
That should be enough.
Besides, you know, like the Holocaust. But even people now are questioning that. We're not really questioning black history as it being bad. No white person is going around going, you didn't go through what you think you went through. We're saying now you're not going through it. Now.
Oh, yes, I am. They taking our history out of the museums.
Okay. Other than your history, we can't control that. Those are the elites.
Yeah,
but is there anything that I can do that you can't do? Is there anything that I can do that you can't do?
I don't know. I can't do no push-ups. I can't walk up.
Okay, then those are all personal responsibilities, and that's the point. That's the only place where we differ right now. Like, some of the most racist shit that's said is the Democrats that are saying black people don't have access to computers, so they can't get IDs. Like, what? That's insane. They like that is one of the most racist. They say black people cannot figure out.
That?
Yeah, that was plenty of there's many things out there that the Democrats put out that are like, oh, black men can't control themselves from smoking menthol cigarettes, so we have to outlaw menthol cigarettes. I smoke menthol cigarettes. I'm gonna be more pissed than most black men.
Don't you see that as an issue that they just pointing at the black man's issues? Like, everybody has issues. Why only the black?
Like Snoop Dogg said. Like Snoop Dogg says, I hate fucking roots. Why you show me that shit every single year? We ain't there anymore. We're not slaves. Why you got to throw it in our face? How many black movies until it's like the black diver playing soccer and hockey makes the team? Like, how many of the story they're doing that on purpose? It's social engineering. It's not white people specifically. I think it's a different group of people, but they're doing that to one. It's always white versus black. We're the two biggest demographics. So if we're not disagreeing, and if we're not disagreeing on who's fucking us over, then we have to disagree on the past. The past is past. Where we are right now is the most equal we've ever been. Period. The end. Where do we go from here?
Where we go from here is that you have to recognize that statistically in the United States of America, the threat of America is white people, racist white people. Y'all are like so rooted in y'all like, because you're losing stuff, your white claws are hanging on to stuff, and you're being educated to yeah. No.
What white supremacy is currently affecting your life?
It's affecting your life, and you don't realize it.
But I'm white, so I should be supreme. I'm poor. That's what it is.
So he said,
not
he's
white or black.
He should be supreme.
What?
You said I'm white. I should be
because
supreme.
What you're saying is, you said you're going through it, and I said, but I'm white. So how am I going through it? By your logic, I should be supreme.
No,
by your logic.
It's actually by your logic.
By
the way you vote. By your logic, you want to continue voting. If another black man or woman is in the position to be the president of the United States, what's going to be the problem with you in the United States? Why would you put it so much on a red line or a blue line instead of understanding who's the best candidate for your purpose? The best candidate for my purpose for the next season is going to be blue because I use medical equipment.
Did you know Kamala Harris was a hooker?
I don't care if it's a white man or a Spanish man.
Did you know Kamala Harris was a hooker?
I want him to take care of me.
Did you know
but
that?
If he's a red president at this moment, he's going to strip the rest of my medical stuff, man. They already doing it to y'all in the South. You know what I mean? Taking their medical stuff. People, they dying. They having a hard time out there in the farmlands. They dying. The white people are they shutting down white people's homes for that their white families, they
farms.
fathers and mothers, they shutting those down. They took that away from them, and now they letting them take care of their family. How long we've been taking care of our families through the government over here? Now y'all are doing that, and y'all are taking care of your family with a little 200, little small check to take care of your
There shouldn't
family.
just be a
But
voting age limit.
if you go
there should
ahead
be a
and
cutoff too for how old you
if
get.
you go ahead
For what?
and
To vote?
fight for
Yeah.
people who are going
How
to
old
fight
you should be
for your
how old
rights
should there be a limit to vote?
to
How old
vote.
do you think you should be to vote?
How old are you?
I'm 65.
65.
I'm too old to vote.
That's what he's saying.
There's got to be a competency test at some point. I don't know. Like the sentences that are being said.
Why would that be in
Don't-
America?
don't even
would
make-
Why would you do that to anybody? thinking
Because-
that
because not
they have
every-
to have an incompetency.
That's crazy.
You just gotta
who
every.
dictates that?
Yeah.
Who dictates that you're competent?
What-
the
why
government?
I don't know.
You want to give him more power?
Yeah, you want
It's
to
kind of weird
strip our
because
powers.
because
you're
because
the enemy
most
of the
citizens
United
can't
States
pass
of America.
the citizen
You will
test.
be passing.
So
That's legislation over there, y'all.
So
it's
you need
it's
a
real
you need a
difficult thing.
college degree to vote.
No.
Exactly. That's what you're saying. Like who says
no,
that
no.
I'm not competent
No,
or he's
yeah.
not?
No. Degree doesn't mean you're competent. That means you've done a certain.
Well, a
set
certain type of
set
degree. I'm
set.
saying that you need to vote according to you.
No, I don't say degree. A competency test is like, can you read, write, understand basic logic?
So if you can't read, you can't vote.
So if you can't pay for gas, who you gonna vote for? Logic, some basic logic. Who you gonna vote for if you can't? In the new term coming up, and you still can't pay for gas, or your rent is out of control.
You can't
they
read, you can't
threatening.
vote. What
Who
you
you
guys
gonna
think about
vote
that,
for?
Pete?
You gonna still vote for the same
It
dude?
depends. If
That's
the
crazy.
blue is still going
Hey,
for
know how to
listen,
read.
confusing the sex
what-
and
what I'm
abortion.
trying to explain to you. Why don't you try something
Yeah,
new?
I'll go through any type
You
of high
admitted
taxes
a lot of
and
stuff,
government,
man, that I've been
whatever.
saying. You need to try to say like you want.
Oh, that's you, Jack.
You like our music,
Jack,
but you
hit me
don't
up,
like
hit
the
me
way
up,
we
Jack.
vote.
But here's what they do. Is
Hit me up.
they put
Yeah,
half
hit
the
you up.
important issues on one side and put half the important issues on the other side. And they know, as humans, if they put these issues on this side and these issues on this side and make this, what's the word? Only for this side and only for that side. Like you can't be against abortion and be a Democrat. It's not possible.
That's crazy.
It's not possible.
What if you're against abortion? No matter who you are as a human being, whether you are Democrat or a Republican, whether what nationality you are, where did you come in talking about? Well, that's not going to be possible only in this sector of what you're talking about.
Because the
It's like
Democrats
freedom of
themselves say
choice
that.
is given
Because
to
Demo-
anybody
because
and
the Democrat
everybody.
Party says
you can
that.
vote the way you want to vote.
Because that
but
just-
you go to knowledge to figure out what's the best course for the
Yo, what it
condition that
do?
I'm in.
This is
Yo, what's up, cuz? What's up?
What is good, yo? We got a word from the people that's been watching over here. Shout out to my guy Jack Spade. He on the Jack, my
What
peeps.
up,
He on the
Jack
line.
Spade? What up?
Yo, Jack, the platform is yours. Talk to us. Any questions for the guys?
Yo, that's what's up. Yeah, man, I want to get at Black Cat with his rhetoric, man. Because he keeps talking about how the Democrats did so much for black people, but we had Democrats in office for over 12 years, my guy, and absolutely nothing got done for black people. A lot got done for the LBGTQ alphabet motherfuckers, but none got done for you. I think your reason for wanting to vote blue and you want everybody to vote blue is because you want more benefits for you for free, more free shit for you. Give me free health this, give me free bikes, give me free electricity, give me free heat, give me free housing, give me free everything. You know what I mean? And you don't realize this shit comes off the back of other people who actually, gotta work for a living. So, you feel me?
Yeah, thank you for that, my brother. So with the Social Security Act, everyone that got a Social Security card in the United States of America, your Social Security pays for all of the infrastructure of America. It pays for different types of institutions that we call a net. In case you get hit by a car, you become old, you go in a coma. So your Social Security.
Who told you that?
These are the things that your Social Security pays for into the map.
Nah, that's not true at all.
All right, so-
Who told you that?
So we are.
You gotta get your Google on, cuz. That's not true at all. What you saying?
Yeah, it
That's
is.
bullshit.
It is. Like that's why they call
You
us we the
paying
people.
Social Security.
We pay for, we pay everybody to do their jobs. They're taking their, so the biggest people that got welfare are the people that work for the people, who taking our money, our tax dollar, to pay them. Some of them making six figures, and they need us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we still paying for World War II. So our taxes go for a lot of stuff that's in the United States, especially your personal stuff as you as an industry in the United States under your Social Security card. So yeah, you are a corporation in the United States of America until you become a corpse under the Social Security Act.
Oh my God, when you go with this corporation bullshit, yo, look, man, you a fucking human being in the United States of America, bro. The Social Security Act ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with paying for your health care, for your this and paying for your that, unless you work for your Social Security. Your Social Security is yours. My Social Security ain't got nothing to do with you. You understand?
It's an insurance
whatever
thing.
Social Security Eli make, whatever Social Security that everybody pays into, they pay into that Social Security for their damn self. They don't pay into that shit for you, for no corporation, no organization, no fucking grand scheme of shit that you inventing in your own head. Where you get that bullshit from? Yo, take that helmet off, bro. That shit is clogging you up, cuz. Let some sunlight on your brain, my G. Let some sunlight get on your brain.
Yo, Jack.
That helmet is fucking you up, cuz.
Yo, Jack, let's use this opportunity. Any words from my guy Mom, the veteran? Talk to him. He's listening.
Hey, thank you for understanding.
What I can say about the veteran shit.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, man. Don't let this cat try to run that bullshit on you, trying to put that guilt down on everybody that's white for some shit that happened over 400 years ago in slavery. You understand? These motherfuckers like Black Cat always want to come at you with some old ancient history says that the white people was no good to black people. Yeah, there was a bunch of people that was no good to other people that in ancient history. So that's a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't let him try to put the guilt on you to make you feel like you owe him something, because you don't owe him shit. You don't owe nobody nothing. You ain't own no slave. You ain't never whipped no damn slave. You ain't never fucking trafficked no fucking slave. You ain't never done none of that shit. You don't owe a motherfucker nothing, all right? You live your life, all right? You're a veteran. You serve the country in order to facilitate the freedoms that we enjoy every day. This motherfucker should be bowing down and thanking your ass because he's getting all this free shit, them free e-bikes and all that shit that he want for free. He should be bending down, thanking the fuck out of you. He should lick your fucking boots, because if it was not for you, his dumb ass wouldn't be getting none of that shit for free. You understand? So don't let him put that black guilt shit down on you, man. I'm sick of motherfucking black dudes always trying to fucking guilt some white man for some shit that fucking over 400 years. That's more than 500 years ago.
Yeah, that's them.
That's a bunch of bullshit, yo.
And this is what I want to say to that that's why I think the veterans are the ones who can do it, is because we are actually the most diverse group, and they can't pin the same black and white color like us as soldiers. Look at that. If we've served, we'll go, that's not a part of us. We've served, so we can put that aside. And if the veterans can once again unite, they can actually help every other, like the melting pot that is the sacred class in America is the veterans. So if they can break through this bureaucracy of unaccountability for the government, and actually we can't do it without auditors. It's not possible. Veterans have to become auditors. I don't know if you need to become veterans, but veterans need to become auditors. Like, it's not even a choice at this point, because if they can do it to the let's say white people are controlling everything. Once they start
as soon as you turn the camera on,
once they start enslaving white people, then if they're the majority and they don't step up, then everybody else, like if they do it to the most protected class, then they can do it to anybody. So that's where veterans need to and I think it will actually give veterans a purpose again to stand up for rights again here and give the example to be good citizens. Like, if we were just good citizens and exercised our rights as we have them right now, every community then we would be able to hold our government account. How can we, as 350 million plus people, not hold 5,000 motherfuckers to account?
I don't know. Maybe it's because all them niggas.
Yo, Jack, you already know, my guy. Yo, thank you for hitting us up. You heard?
I agree.
Maybe that's because we let all those. Maybe that's because we let all those people go. You talking about the mob of people climbing all over the J6, and you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like that type of.
Pelosi admitted to stopping the police, the DC police. The DC police let him in. They opened the gate.
Listen, believe what you want to believe. But
well, the video's right there.
People on my team, we believe that that's a bunch of bullshit. If black people ever did anything like that, we get off the lawn, sir, and we would have had to.
There was black people there.
You know what I mean?
There was black people there.
I understand that, but the masses of people, they were like little
That's
black
because
spots
there's more
in a
white people than
wave.
black people.
You know what I'm saying? Stop telling me what my eyes saw, man.
If there's more white people than black people, then you will
Y'all
always
motherfuckers went
have
crazy.
more
Y'all
white
went-
people than black
y'all-
people
that's called that
in a
white
group
supremacy
in a
went
group
crazy.
situation.
You know what I'm saying? And because y'all went so crazy, you shitted inside. They shitted inside the Nova. You know what I mean? And then a whole president, a criminal ass president, came along and gave all of them a pardon and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they still doing crimes and stuff out there. That wasn't.
You know how
enough
Kamala
for them.
Harris got her
Someone
started in
still
politics?
Stop bringing Kamala Harris up in this.
She was
Kamala Harris
she was Willie
is the
Brown's
one that
call
told
girl.
Y'all that
Willie Brown was a
Kamala
mayor in
Harris
Chicago,
told Donald Trump that Putin gonna eat
and she
him
was
for
his
lunch.
call girl.
Kidding me?
That was her start to politics. So, and she isn't black at
What
all.
about
She's
her
West
start?
Indian.
She started somewhere,
That's
right?
the insanity.
Where her
of-
black was at. She
Yeah,
started
she's not
in the
black at
United
all.
States.
That's the insanity.
Kamala's
of
black
the-
or no?
Kamala
if
Harris.
Is she black or no?
Yes, she's
No,
black.
she's not black. Just because she lived in Jamaica don't
Okay,
make her black. She's
so-
West Indian.
Oh my
She got
God,
0% black.
Okay, so
Zero,
anything
zero,
that's not
zero,
European.
Zero. Her lineage is white and Indian,
It's-
West Indian, not black.
Listen,
None.
she's a black one.
Why she got straight
Just like
hair?
they say Obama's not
Look at
black.
Kamala-
She do that shit in the
Obama's a
beauty
black
salon,
man.
stop playing, man.
I look at you. You say you
They
Dominican.
can make it straight.
To me, you're a black
find
man.
me
Puerto Rican,
one froze
black man.
picture of
Indian,
Kamala
black
Harris
man.
ever in her life.
China, black man. So I know where the black man is at.
Indian in India, they got straight black hair. Find me
That
one.
makes her Indian.
No, the fact that her mother is West Indian and her father is white, or the opposite way around.
Why does the race play such a big part, though?
Because it's the easiest way to
Instead of
categorize.
the way that you
because
think,
it's the
your thoughts,
easiest
you know?
way.
It's
the
the-
policies
He
that you
says
put.
it's better than walking the straight path. Go ahead, tell us the easy way.
It's the easiest way to divide us. Just like male and female is the easiest way to, like, feminist,
Here we go.
chauvinist. Now the next easiest way is by color. But
Well,
if
you
you
said,
know,
but
but
listen.
here's an interesting fact. Have you ever seen
I'm
the
done.
people like that got the pug face? Like they look like squished. Have you ever seen those people? You've seen them. Come on.
My point is,
No, hold on.
you always say,
No, hold on.
You got to admit
If
that
you
you see one.
like, listen, bone structure is a lot harder to change than skin
We
color.
in the bone.
bone structure.
Yeah, no, bone structure. This is the real thing.
So what about the black's bone structure? What
I don't know
about
about black's bone structure. I'm just using this one example.
whose bone structure?
Like I've seen it in like straight Indian, like all Indian, all black, and all white. That bone structure. That is a very specific. I don't know how, but like everybody's seen it. Like everybody knows. Like some people look like certain animals. Like she's ratty. Like she looks kind of like a
Yeah,
rat
you see
or a
white
bird.
Women, your bone
or-
structure, most of your
or-
white women look like popsicle sticks. That's a straight highway. But when you see a black girl, you see all that highway curving. You know, I'm seeing olive. You know, like you know what I mean. That's all day and around there. So the bone structure. Yeah. What about it, man? Damn.
you see what?
So bone structure will take
How did we get here? It's like what I'm saying.
many generations, like a lot. Skin color will, as soon as you got shade, you'll start getting lighter. In your
yeah, they're saying that I'm
generations.
dark now. But that's production. That's the
You
new
know what I
lights. They're
mean?
fucking with the lights over there. They got me red over here.
So
You brown. Believe me.
what
Still
I'm,
working on them.
what I'm saying is that like the color of the skin is the easiest way to divide people. So focus on it. That's all you have to
doing
do.
that for centuries, bro.
Yeah. So as soon as you stop
what I'm saying?
focusing on it,
So
it's
soon as-
over.
No, no,
stop
you need-
focusing
it's
on it.
time
Quit.
to-
You
time to,
can't.
like-
You
But you
can't.
both-
You can't stop focusing on it. You physically, literally,
color?
I'm not here to say
mentally,
that you're not,
physically
but
can't
how many
stop
times you
focusing
gonna
on
keep
it.
Trying to go to one.
You
can't
can't
keep
stop
doing the same thing
focusing
over
on
and
it.
over.
There
Try
is no
another way, man.
there's no
Are we
conversation.
talking about just him or humans in general?
No, well, like there's certain humans that can. I'm saying
He can't.
No, he cannot. It's impossible. He brings everything back to his color. Everything.
He goes to the roots.
No, that ain't your
That's
root.
it. I go
Your
to the
color
root.
isn't your
You
root.
said it. I go to the root of all the problems. When like you trying to find out what the mathematics is, you go to the root, and you come out with
What's
an
the
answer
mathematics
at
of being
all
black?
times. Huh?
What's the mathematics of being black?
It's math behind
Or
it.
is it
trust
just-
me.
what
it
is
takes
it?
you all the way back to
What
the
is
first
it?
atom. You know what an atom is?
Yeah.
Atom is the only
Yeah.
thing that's
You know
left
what word that
when you
is?
can barely
Greek.
see it.
Shut
So,
up.
yeah.
Like it's that easy.
So that's the atom.
Yeah,
so you
Greek.
Go back
Yeah,
to that,
yeah.
and then
We said
yeah,
that
we
first.
brought about
Yeah,
math
we said
and
that first.
the
Greeks.
truth. The truth.
Greeks.
You're Greek?
The
I didn't
Greek.
know you were
Math
Greek.
brings
Greek.
you to the truth.
Okay.
So we're talking about ancient civilizations.
Yeah, I didn't know my guy was from
we're,
Greece.
We're right there. But that's not the point. It doesn't matter
What
how
you bring it
like,
up for
it
is
go-
not the point. What you
because
talking
you can,
about
that's
is
the
not
only
point.
place you can bring
You're
it.
bringing up points.
That's the
that you know,
only
bone
place you can
structure
bring
and all
it.
this
That's what I'm
crazy stuff.
saying.
Then as soon as I say
That's
something,
the
I'm trying
only
to find
place
out
you can bring
where
it.
we at with
Everything goes back to your skin
United
color.
States service that he's in. I'm trying to
That's
find out
it.
how we're trying to be here to be finding out solutions how he can get
Then why do you keep
to
bringing up the
help.
past?
to help. And then, everything that I bring to him, and I try to bring him roots, proof, evidence, and I get, ridiculed.
There's
because
none
he's
of that,
still
though.
He's still seeing Santa Claus, and the fairy godmother's still seeing that. So the truth can be in front of you, and you just can't see it. You just don't like.
I'm seeing unaccountability
It's not being received
with the
because it's
institutional
body that's
power
coming out.
structure.
So you're telling me,
You know?
you're telling us that you have a way out for him.
A way out for him.
Yeah, you have
yeah.
you're trying to help him.
So because a primary is coming up, and if he's going to think and
Still
vote
voting red.
on
100%.
So yeah, right. So then
Yeah,
that's
because
where
I don't
he's
want
gonna
men to be
left.
called women and women to be called
then
women, and I
if
don't
he
want
gets-
abortions to be legal.
If Democrats
Primary
do,
reasons.
If Democrats do win, it's no need to get upset.
There's gonna be a
You're
whole
gonna
lot more
grow.
black people
You're
killed
gonna
in the
grow.
womb.
You know
So
what I'm
baby,
saying? You're gonna be like, wow, we are growing.
and then
you know
there
what I'm saying?
isn't anything else.
And that's going because Democrat has joined back up with Republicans, and we're pushing legislation to help we the people. You've been helping the rich people too much, so it's always us, but it's never us.
It's always you, but it's never you. And the only way to help himself is by voting Democrat, according to you.
According to me,
Okay, that's your opinion, your personal opinion.
yeah. Unless someone pops up changing the game, and I'm gonna let y'all know.
That's
next
actually the
episode.
goal.
For real.
What's the
The third party should be veteran party, and anybody who supports
parties
veterans,
right now, you
because
can't-
we're the actual
we don't
ones
need
who
no
put our
ifs and
life
stuff
on the
here.
line,
What do you
neither
think
red
about,
nor
what do
blue
you think
did.
about that idea, Kai? He brought up
So,
an idea.
third
A
party.
third party, veterans, him
So-
controlling.
So it's not gonna, so like veterans will always be a small group of people because throughout the peaceful years, the hundreds of years of my
Never been no peace.
but I'm just saying,
We always been
where
at
you
war.
would need a military.
The last,
So-
the last peaceful
so
4
they
years
would
we had was
become-
under Trump.
An asset where like, okay, we got to take care of them. They old, That's not a lot of money. A lot of money is building
A lot of
infrastructure,
money.
making
Our pot is $400 billion.
With a think tank, you know what I'm
Our
saying?
pot is $400
Turning
billion.
America into a
Veteran?
think tank.
Yeah,
That's
it's the third
future way for America.
most funded thing.
The veterans is the third most funded corporation.
It's the third most. It's third.
400 million or billion.
400 billion. Why don't
Damn,
veterans?
so why the
Exactly. So if we can't hold the government accountable, who
I think we can use the money for something
exists,
else.
who
Yeah,
I
exists
don't know if that was
because of us,
I don't
then
know. He
who
threw up
can?
the, sign,
That's
so I
the
just-
question.
I threw my sign up.
That's the question. Is if we who
I can't tell, but
who-
I just did it just in case.
can't hold the government accountable
What was that?
are the ones
this means
who are
white
the
power.
reason
He was
why
throwing
they
that.
exist.
No, he didn't do
That's
that.
I don't know if he
That's
did it.
okay.
Did you do that?
That's
Yeah,
okay.
right there?
That
No,
means
he's saying
okay.
okay.
Okay, as long as it
He's
means
saying
yeah,
okay.
just
That's
means
not
It's
white
okay.
power.
black power.
So
that's
what
all.
does mean?
Yeah, that just means black power.
That means
power
touchdown
to the
to
people.
me.
This could mean power
That's
to the
touchdown.
people.
And then we got the other one.
Touchdown.
Power to the people.
What we doing?
Touchdown.
Power
Hey,
to the people.
power to the
Yeah,
people.
I thought-
Solidarity. You want to
the way
go back
that
to
was
the
on
Polish
camera, I was like, wait a
and,
minute,
and the
man.
actual like party of solidarity and that beautiful story. Like there's many things of oppression that have happened, like that solidarity party in Poland, where this one father would go like give coffee and donuts to the spy agencies who were tasked with surveilling him, and when they killed him, the whole country shut down, and they stomped their leader into the fucking cement. Like there's examples of so much grace and goodness that when you violate that innocence, like the people will rise up, and that's where what will cause the people to rise up. Veterans are already on like go. You know what I mean? Like we're ready to fucking start killing government officials. Like fuck all of you for eating babies and covering up for those who do eat babies.
What about putting ink to paper and letting?
We're doing that too.
You know what I mean? But
it's both and.
Like
it's
okay,
not either or.
When the government does something against us ferocious like that, it's only a momentarily thing. It's terrible. It's
both.
But legislation comes in real quick like that.
It does.
But for us to think that we're gonna arm ourselves
we
with a person
will.
like Trump in office,
we absolutely
and
will.
think that he'll put the military on us.
No,
for real.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, that's completely ignorant.
We don't give a damn
absolutely
about your
not.
groups. No,
American soldiers wouldn't obey those.
Coming down the
American
block.
soldiers wouldn't obey
They'll
those
do it.
orders.
Y'all
no,
will do it.
No, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Y'all will bring a whole American tank down the block.
And that's the problem is we get into things that are like complete imagination. Complete imagination.
You're the one that
like
said he said I would start shooting. That we on lock. He said that the veterans on lock. We ready to start shooting. Shoot no.
You don't know the difference between a veteran and somebody who's on active duty.
People?
You don't know the difference between a veteran and active duty.
What are you ready for? You don't have to
see that's
what
what
you saying. It. Everybody's watching you, huh?
So
yeah,
good. Veterans keep armed.
Yeah, just your first. I mean, your Second Amendment. So you have the right to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what? It's not just defensive.
From each other.
No, it's from the government.
Okay, somebody stepped
That's
to you.
why. That's why that was invented.
Yourself?
Not from each other. It was from the government. That's the only reason why that amendment was made. And see, this is the absolute ignorance that we have to get rid of. And when we call it, no. See, you have to be able to learn.
You're the one that said
no. Stop.
Stop. Not me.
I don't care what you said.
No, you said it.
Shh. Quiet and learn something.
He said quiet.
Quiet.
This great beard, this means wisdom, y'all.
It doesn't matter your wisdom, your age, your sex, your ability, your anything. If you think guns are to defend ourselves from each other and not a tyrannical government, you are an idiot, sir.
I don't know what he's saying.
And I know you don't know what I'm saying.
Everybody has the right to bear arms, right?
But
why though? Why?
You said to protect from each other. He said no, it's not from each other.
It's from a tyrannical government. See, this is what I'm saying.
Ain't that each other?
We don't even he got all these opinions, and he don't even know what the point of the Second
Amendment. What it means
is,
even if it's the government, it's still each other.
Yeah, we still live in. They live in
humans.
Yeah, they live in houses.
No, we don't understand how big a deal that is.
So he thinks that you're gonna go after the government. So I didn't even know we were going after the government. I just thought we were going after Bobby and Kevin down the street. We going after the government. I'm not with this army.
You're not going.
No.
Hey, stay in your prison then.
KKK dress off me. And I'm going.
You're not going, guy. You ain't with it. Don't count on him, my
He
baby.
has ain't gonna get the news. We over here like that.
He ain't going, my baby. You heard? If it's after the government, he ain't going. Don't count on him.
So you're just gonna keep counting on the same government that's been fucking you over for 400 years.
When the battle comes to
so
me.
you're just gonna keep relying on the same government that's been fucking you over for 400 years.
Jack, I got you, Jack.
I'm voting that out. I'm gonna be.
It's
doing
only
my
one or
part
two
to help vote that out.
Hey, it ain't about the quarter. It's heads or
I don't know what
tails.
you're
I'm
talking
trying
about.
to flip.
You asked me
I'm trying to
opinion.
flip a 50-cent
I'm going to
piece.
do my best to vote
A silver dollar.
Donald Trump out of office and all of the Republicans.
It's only about
that are
Donald
there
Trump,
when
and then it's
legislation
gonna be a
comes
good day.
up. I'm going to always.
And then it's gonna be a good day.
I would pray that it would.
And
be
then
a
it's
better
go-
day anyway.
But how do you know?
I said I would pray. We're praying.
But how do you know?
So I'm praying that because we're praying. We're sending a prayer up.
Okay.
Only God knows. He knows best.
So you got no idea.
No, he is not better than God.
So, do what do Muslims think about the LGBTQ? Do they accept
That's
it?
a good question, Kat. I would like an answer for that before the end of the show, at least.
Yeah, because from what I know of is,
What's their
is they
opinion?
throw them off of roofs in most of those countries in the Middle East. So go ahead.
Okay, throwing off the rules are different. Those are like like gangs down here, and they finally grab you and stuff and find out that
They chop you in pieces and shit.
Well, they throw you off the roof. But in the
When's the
sheriff,
last time you heard of that in America?
But in the teachings of Islam is the same as Christianity. It says if you catch one on top of one doing it, first of all,
Right.
whatever a man does
What?
in his home is his business.
No.
And if you peeking in
That's
somebody's
not-
house,
that's not what
you
that
got the
means
right
at
to
all.
be poked in your
No,
eye.
no,
That's
it's
the
not.
law in
No.
Islam.
No, it's
So,
So he wants to peek in the room. You think he wants to
but
peek
when
in the
you
room?
have someone bringing down certain laws, Islam is a way of peace. So
No, it's the way of the
definitely
sword.
structure
That's the
there.
action. That never was even said before 9/11. You understand that?
So
That was
anything
all, no.
No, but you're talking about
No, no.
radicalism.
Yeah, no. But
Yeah,
that,
so
that was
I'm
that
trying to
was
explain to
that
you
was
that-
never
Do you-
a motto of Islam before 9/11.
So if
You
this
need to
was so
understand
true,
that.
the Bible and Quran would specifically say from God, kill these people and go massacre them all. Get in groups, get in your cars, and go kill them all.
No, it says die for your brother.
That's where it's at. That's the level it's at right now.
No.
As soon as you say it, everybody's armed. As soon as you say anything triggering, the people that are ready to be armed to defend themselves and the hype.
So-
You know what I'm saying? We're all Americans. You know what I'm saying? So like, y'all, you know, when y'all go, no, we ain't skating around like that. Bloom.
Listen, we're all Americans.
It's
though.
been
Do
a
you
band
consider
of y'all
yourself
doing
American
this
first
throughout the
or Black
centuries of
American?
America.
Because I've never called myself a white American.
I never said what you call
Have
it.
you ever called yourself
So
a
what do you
Black of
consider yourself,
American?
American or Black American?
So my generation is from the Americas. My generation has been here for thousands of years.
So you're a Black
Okay?
American or American?
So, but my generation goes back more than thousands of years.
you're not from
to
Africa.
where
You're not an
it goes
African American.
until where it lands in Africa.
So you're not an African American.
So you just learning that we was on the seas during. No, we've been on the seas since we got
So
here.
you came from here, went to Africa, and came back? Is that what you're
A
saying?
tribe of my family must have moved probably to America, in the Americas. You know what I'm saying? In the Americas.
The American continent.
The continent. So my generation are here in America building more pyramids in America than there is in Egypt.
You're not talking about Aztecs
So-
now.
so
you're
this
talking
is-
about the Incas
so-
and the Aztecs. So now you're Mexican.
We have statues of us in America
So-
that they hiding.
so
from
you're
the
not African American.
people,
So you're not
all
African
about
American.
us,
So
you know what I mean? In America.
you African
You know, the
American
continent of
or
America.
Mexican
So
American?
I'm from America,
So you're not African
and I'm
American.
from Africa.
And you can't be from.
Yes,
both.
you can.
I mean,
You
I
can't
don't
be
know.
from both.
I mean, like not
can.
like not claiming as
Blood, but what about
not claiming-
genes
My
wise?
DNA
not
tells
claiming
me where I'm from.
DNA. What about your DNA? You
like-
said he was Greek, bro. What
like-
are you talking
like
about?
claiming Aztec as being
He doesn't know
American.
how DNA
like,
works.
You said he got Greek,
so-
European blood.
I mean, we probably got all kinds of
But
shit.
now
in
you're saying he
us.
can't be Black and American.
So, like his narrative here is so your ancestors were Americans first, went to Africa, and then got sold back to America.
No, that's not what I said to you, sir.
So what was it? Like clarify it.
In Africa, trillions of people. We're talking about generations, centuries of people. Okay? Centuries of people before the floods of Moses. Centuries of people filling the earth.
Where is a sensible record of
America
that?
was not
because the Quran doesn't have
a
any
land
of that.
without people on it.
Where
it
is
was
the
us
sensible?
on it.
Where is a sensible record of that? Because the Quran
But
doesn't have any of
We
it.
came from Africa.
Where does the Quran state that? Because it has no sensible record of that.
Of course it is.
No, it doesn't. The Quran doesn't say that.
Of course it does.
No, it doesn't. Where?
Yes, it does.
Where does the
That
Quran
all
say you
people
came out
are
of
from
Africa?
the land of milk and honey. All
That's the Middle East. That's not
paradise
Africa.
is zeroed in on Africa. All of these
Don't
stories.
forget you got ChatGPT over there.
Israel's
just in case you want to fact check. it.
Israel's not
Yeah,
Africa.
I know. I don't have to. I don't
Israel's
have to
not
tell you. But
Africa.
I'm going
You
to
gotta-
get into everything Quranic and Hadith to him, going back into the. I got to.
We can get into the hadith and how they were changed. That's no problem.
I gotta go do videos too.
We can get
motorcycle
into
videos.
the hadith.
But what you say, but listen, right? You have probably no idea what Islam means. Is what to go through to be considered.
Listen, I have no idea what cannibalism is, but I don't need to. As soon as I find out a few principles about it, I don't need it.
Just by
As soon as I find out that you're allowed to marry a 9-year-old
And that's pretty much
girl,
close as you
I
can
can negate that totally from my consciousness as something that may be or may not be
I
correct.
want to know what makes you think that you're a Christian. Where did you get that from? That's the question, not Islam. Islam is biblically tracked. Christianity is not biblically tracked nowhere on earth.
That's
Came
why
up in an idea in a room like this.
That's why That's why the Quran says follow
Yeah,
the
and
Bible.
they took their gay son and painted him and gave y'all statue that you ain't supposed to be following. Yeah,
So Jesus is gay.
I never said that.
What gay statue are you talking about?
I forget what's the name of the people that
The Greeks?
Louis. No, I can't off the top of my head think. This dude got me all over the place. But Leo da Vinci, somebody.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, he painted.
Oh, just because he painted the penis with as part of the art.
There's history that they were gay. These people were gay all around in that area where what's that called?
Yo, word, hold on. Let me interrupt you. But talking about gay, and you're Greek, my guy.
Valentine's. All
I think you're the worst guy to talk about gay.
Wearing wigs,
when it comes to the
high
Greeks.
heel shoes.
Because you don't even
You
understand.
can't be talking
You
too
don't
much
even
about gay.
understand it.
Lipstick and blush.
Listen, once
And you my guy.
once you stick something
Walking
in
all
somebody's
out in
butt,
public.
they're submissive
That
to
was
you.
Americans.
Okay, that's what it's always been about, is submission. Now, if you want to pervert
That's
it
your culture.
into pleasure or whatever, but listen, if I can physically stick anything in your ass, you are going to be submissive to me.
It's time to go.
So that's why that exists.
Slavery right back at you.
Like there's ways like you think
I'm
that
not
like
even, this not even
like neurohacking, right? Neurohacking.
being, you know,
Like
Yo,
like,
we ain't
like
talking
like
about- I'm
like
thinking something
I
up
like
here.
I
listen.
feel sexually assaulted.
You
out
heard
there.
it? That's how you feel?
That's crazy. We're not even.
No,
he
it's
said
not
about-
crazy.
we
It's
talking
real.
about it. He just came
Listen,
across the
I'll
table.
stick something in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
ass and you'll be submissive to me too.
I appreciate
That's
it.
why that happens in
We're gonna end the
prison.
show, my people.
Yeah.
They're about to start
Yeah, you heard
sticking
what he
things in
just
people's
said?
asses.
Yeah.
And I don't
Why
know
do
what-
you think that shit happens in prison? It's not just
Oh,
for pleasure.
Lord.
I'll kill you if
It's
you
a
ever
fucking
think that you can
higher.
stick something
It's a
in my-
hierarchy.
I'll kill you.
Whoever
Go ahead
can
and
stick
try.
anything
Take
in
your
anybody's
pants
ass
down
is the
and
king.
Come toward me with that shit.
That's how that
Everywhere I
fucking
go,
goes.
nigga, I stay strapped.
I'll
You stupid.
fucking murder.
I'll murder your motherfucker.
And where do you think sagging came from?
You took
You're
my
talking-
booty.
Where you
I will murder you.
and where you think sagging came from? That meant you were allowed to stick
Yo, leave
things
my
in your
pants alone.
booty.
Stop looking at my
Yeah,
booty.
no,
My
let's get
feet.
to the history. Let's get to the history. Yeah, you want to get to history?
Yo, stay away from
Pull
my
your
booty,
pants
yo.
up.
Stay away from
My
my booty. Yo,
peeps, tell him to pull his pants up.
I love you all, my peeps. Thank you for pulling up. I'm gonna see you on the next one, man. Insane.
Knock, knock, knock. Nobody wants to open it. I keep on knocking and knocking, and they don't really care. Knock, knock, knock. Blindfolded in the darkness without GPS, cold as hell.